Welcome to the home of that official realness. Let's get it in with Real Talk, Niner Talk.
All right. What's going on, Empire? What's going on, fellow faithfuls? If you find yourself here, yes, you're officially rocking out with the Real Talk Niner Talk crew. And today we greet you on a somber note. As we saw, we didn't really get to put our best foot forward due to injuries. So, to all the haters out there who claim to know the game of football, if y'all think y'all really got something off on us, man, it's all good, brother. In the words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll be back. Believe me, next season, I'll be back. So with that being said, I'm not even going to hold y'all, man. Without any further ado, time to introduce the crew. Hey, Real Talk, Niner Talk. All right. From the west side, the best side. So, can't find him. Sorry. West side, the best side. Give it up.
Hey,
San Francisco famous.
we still here, man.
Faithful of all faithful. Silverado Kid.
We still here. Let's go.
All right. We're going to take it on over to the dirty South. Georgia, that is. From the Mac Town, where they lay their Mac down. Give it up, y'all. For Judy.
Yep. What's that?
And last but damn sure not least, it is I, your host, the one and only Niner Style. All right. Yes, sir. And we are the Real Talk Niner Talk crew. Give it up again, y'all. Yeah, fellas. So like I said, we start this one off on a bit of a somber note. We know the deal. We didn't quite finish up the way we wanted to, but we know why that is. Regardless of what our haters say, we're not gonna fall under that, man. Yeah, you gotta laugh, man. They lined up. The haters are lined up.
Oh,
Yeah, man. The haters. It was lined up waiting for us, man.
you know what's crazy, man? Like I told y'all in the green room, and I've been telling people all week. As soon as Brock got hurt, and I had an idea he might not come back, I was like,
Right.
I don't mind losing. I don't want to lose like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to lose. Dang.
For guys, levels are crazy today. All right. Yeah, like you said, you don't mind going.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. When Brock went out and Josh Johnson went, I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait it out to see if Brock come back. I'm gonna wait. He's throwing on the sideline. So I was like, he all right, he'll be back. Then I seen that motherfucker lips say, I seen him tell Kyle, he said, I can't do it. I can't grip the ball. I was like, oh my God.
Oh, okay, you meant Purdy. I was like, wait. Josh told Kyle he couldn't do it? Okay, yeah, all right.
Purdy, yeah.
All right.
Well,
Nah,
like I said,
nah, Purdy.
I'm 50-50 on Johnson.
And I was like, oh shit.
I know he looked bad, but I don't think he was prepared either. In all fairness to him, he didn't look.
Man, they said he knew the system. I don't know what system he knew, but
that's what they said. Yeah, that was supposedly the whole reason for them signing him, because he knew the system. At least they say he did, but it didn't show in the game. He fumbling the ball.
But I ain't gonna lie. I watched all the way up. Right. Now that really pissed me off. After that done, I was done. I was done, man.
Look, so I watched the play Johnson got hurt, and I said, ooh, he probably got a concussion because the way he hit the ground, his head hit the ground. And I said to myself, you gotta be fucking shit.
And then he kind of like threw himself a little bit.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
man.
and his elbow got hit the same way, but it was more so the ground that hurt him. And I'm just like, you gotta be fucking shitting me. Like this no.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And today we're gonna do things a little different today. We're gonna start out with Silverado's DC cap. You know, we get right into that. Then some other things we're gonna follow up with. But like I said, man, this shit, like in the words of Stephen A, man, it was a sad game to watch when you watch, you know, all that we, you know, propelled through to get to this point, and to go out like that. That shit was sad, man. It wasn't cool at all. It wasn't cool at all, man. And apparently, I'm not the only one who felt that way. You know, I have some footage here from Kyle, where I guess he kind of puts the same sentiments out there. All right,
here we go. 16 after playing us, I feel like people got up to play us with that focus because they knew they had better. But it was really hard for them to do that 2 weeks in a row. And for our players and the staff, those just to demand a lot out of those guys, and those guys to do it for us every single week. Just guy had so much love for them. And I think that was the hardest part about the game, because when we've lost before, and I mean, all of those are bad. There's not one where I'm like, that's not the worst thing. They all take time. But it was just a little bit of a different feeling, because our guys from Sunday night in the locker room versus Dallas, to Monday when I talked to them, to Wednesday's practice, to Friday, to Saturday, like everyone was so ready for that moment. And again, not to take anything away from Philly, I didn't feel like they got the chance to totally compete. And that was kind of just hard to stomach, and it was cool to keep watching them fight. I don't think it hit them to the end, really what was going on, because those guys were just going like they had all year. But I think that was kind of the hardest thing, and it's been the hardest thing. But hey, it's life. That's what we sign up for in this sport, and you got to grieve that a little bit because of all the stuff you put into it. But I mean, the thing that helps me the most is I know how we're going to be next year. I know how I'm going to be personally, like I am every year. Not at this moment, but when it comes, you're fired up and confident and ready to go. And I know I'll be like that, and I know our team will be like that, because you make sure you get that way anyways in this profession. But when you do look at a roster, you look at the people coming back, it's going to be real tough losing D'Amico, but I have a lot of confidence of everyone else in our building, from coaches to upstairs with John, and I know what we're going to have coming back. So we got to take our time a little, grieve this a little bit, but man, I'm pumped for next year.
Hey, man, I mean, those was heartfelt words there, you know, like he felt that, you know, he felt that loss, man. I mean, yeah, what you gonna do, you know, no quarterback, what can you do? You know, the defense.
Hey, we all felt it.
Yeah.
You know, and I had some people say to me, casual fans, what up, Dave?
All right, Dave, Super Dave, the OG, y'all.
Super.
I had folks talking about, you know, you're the player, though, and just because, man, you don't shut the fuck up talking to me. Like, I had a couple Cowboy fans. Oh, now you know how we felt when we lost.
Yeah. Now they want to.
Hey, apples to oranges, bro. Apples to fucking oranges.
It wasn't your quarterback. You were still able to operate. You were still able to operate.
But hey, well, you know, he was our best running back. Okay, best running back. At least I could still throw the fucking ball.
Right.
We couldn't even throw the ball no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's one thing to be one-dimensional because you get shut down. It's a whole different subject. Yep. We went 2 drives. We handed the ball off every fucking down, bro. And they wonder about McCaffrey getting stuff. Or I'm like, they know what we're gonna do.
Right.
It's like playing checkball ball. Now we pick up and beat, and they pick up and beat.
Right. But like I said earlier, I gave Kevin an analogy. I said, could you beat Mike Tyson with one hand? A fully healthy Mike Tyson with one hand.
One hand isn't good. It was both hands behind our back.
As a matter of fact,
so we were still able to run, but I mean, the run was futile because everybody knew that's all we could do.
Yeah, they selling out.
Yeah, I mean,
and Mike, if you in the comments, Mike, hey, please come on and say something, because he called me. I think he called me quick. I told you we're finna beat the hell out of y'all. I'm like,
right
bro,
after the game, he did.
You my bro? No, I called him to tell him congratulations, and I thought he was gonna be a better fan than that. I told you, and I'm like,
Yeah, come on, man. That's
Yo,
corny.
but my thing is,
That's Philly for you, though, man. That's Philly for you.
I'm like, bruh, that's like, I'm gonna use Don's favorite sports. It's like you in a boxing match. You know, we boxing mano y mano. The first round, I break my right hand, but my right hand is my coach's one. The second round, I break my left ankle. And you're like, I beat your ass in the round. Yeah, motherfucker, 8 of them. I couldn't fight back. So you better beat my motherfucking ass.
Yeah.
But you gonna brag about it?
All I know is by halftime, and Ken can attest to this, I was already taking shots.
Oh, shit, we. Hey, look. Every time Dave looked at me,
I wasn't taking no shots. I was like my man in Boys in the Hood. I was swinging at the air.
It was too funny. You had to laugh at that. You had to laugh at that.
I eventually stopped watching and I went to sleep.
Yeah, I turned it off after a while.
I had a Jets fan try to talk trash to me.
Oh yeah, Giant Jet fans, they all talking shit.
He's been trash for over 6 decades. What you talking about?
We're in a new era of fandom, man. We got fans out here, man, that just have no shame. You can't shame them. They got no shame. No business be talking and running their mouths. But you know, like I said, I had Giant fans now. They running their mouths. I'm getting now all of a sudden they're reemerging. But I told them, make me a believer, motherfucker. Get to the playoffs twice. Let's see if they do it twice. Because they gave their whole fucking division gimmies, a bunch of tomato cans. How you go from one season, they couldn't only person made the playoff, only team that was decent was Dallas. The next year, the whole division in the playoff, everybody world beaters. Let's see if they do it next year when they give them challenging schedules. Giants ain't even gonna make it back.
Oh,
you know?
We face them next year.
Yeah, I know.
And this
might be over there with them.
Let's get to that in a minute. This is the funniest part of what Mike said to me. Okay, kids, y'all lost your quarterback. But what about your number one defense? I'm like, motherfucker, that was out there the whole game.
Yeah, what's he talking about?
I'm like, I like your bullshit. Even after the quarterbacks got hurt, the defense was doing their thing. The defense was holding up for a minute.
You know what upsets me about your boy? Because you know what he said last week? You know what your boy said last week? He said about 3 times. Y'all, we talking, everybody here knows the game of football, right? He gonna quote, you know, he wants to throw out there that everybody's, you know, question everybody's knowledge of the game of football, but then he gonna brag about some shit like that.
And the stats don't pan it out. I mean,
yeah, look at the stats. Come on.
Dominant, but the stats were actually close.
Bruh, you know what? Dave,
no passing game.
You brought that up, Dave. I want to give some love right quick. I want to get some flowers out right, man. My numbers might be kind of off. But between Lenore and Moore, I think them 2 boys had like 46 yards receiving. Minus that catch he had that didn't count. You see what I'm saying?
Their receivers didn't do shit. They didn't
have a stellar game at all.
No.
He only had like 120-something yards passing.
You know what I'm saying? So like 151 was something like that. It was something low. So don't you make it seem like that Jalen Hurts went off and he had this awesome game. And he had a run game between Kinlaw getting bullied in the trenches. We get that in a minute. And them out there being tired.
Look, man, it's official to say now that boy's a bust.
Yes, he is.
Look.
Just drop the 99 off on your way out. Come on.
To my brother, Sir Leonard, if you watching, a long time ago, I heard him use an acronym. I had no idea what the fuck he meant. You know what? Yeah, you know what, Don? Let's do it this way. No, go ahead, run it. Let's go, run it.
No, let me load him up. Relax, it's coming. Let me load him up.
But he got an acronym. He used one day. I never forget. We was at a grocery store. He was looking at some stats or something or highlights on the phone. And he said, "Man, I knew dude was gonna be BFN." I said, "BFN? What is BFN?" He was like, "Man, big for nothing." Oh shit!
What the fuck he is? It's just what the fuck he is.
Javon Kinlaw, sir. From what it looks like, I mean, don't come for me because you're still a big motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you big for nothing in this case.
He ain't big in football terms. Not the way they push him around like I push my son around.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, Javon. They better be better than that, man.
I'm talking about literally through this dude. He went fly.
Yeah.
I gave McGlinchey the title of Grimace. Fucking Kinlaw is is Mayor McCheese.
He's the defensive criminal.
They both look lost out there like they shouldn't be playing football. That's what he looked like.
And
You can tell from his stance he was going to get pushed around. He wasn't.
You know, sometimes like we watching the games together, either we watch them together or we be in the chat, you know, talking about, oh man, way too many yards. That's how that shit happens. Shit like that. When you get bullied out your gap, break yourself, dude. Yeah, out for your gap. Yeah, that's yeah.
You remember in Pop Warner when your team is practicing on defense and you see somebody standing wrong, and you go on the back and you snatch them, they fall on the ass. That's what Kinlaw looked like on Sunday.
Yeah,
I don't know where his hand was, but it wasn't in the game.
So as much as that hurts me, we're gonna get to these two clips in a minute. Boy, it's prepare yourself. Prepare yourself.
You can't defend the indefensible.
You know, and I didn't add the catch that wasn't a catch because we all know what that was, and it wasn't a catch. And it wasn't no blown coverage because we were stellar in coverage. So that's what it came down to. But I will say, I do believe Howie had stayed healthy at quarterback. D'Amico would have made some adjustments and got somebody else in there, you know, something, you know what I'm saying? But
I don't know if we could have made adjustments just by how they ran through the middle at will with Kinlaw getting pushed around.
well, you could have put somebody else in there. I mean, give somebody else a shot.
Okay, Kev, you should be able to grab them all from there.
All right, man.
All
So,
right.
you know, it's Silverado's DC cap, man, and let's just suffer through this for a minute. So right now, you see Kinlaw using the 3 technique, outside shoulder of the guard. Is it Miliata, Malata? Let's just say Kinlaw was non-existent. You talking about effort? How you get thrown out the club from the field? Hold on, this is running. Get out of here, partner. And look, he was lost. He's trying to figure out what happened. Let's bring it back to the beginning. Where did it go, George? Let's bring it back. Look at this. Now,
This shit embarrassing, bro.
Now listen, somebody gonna say, well, it was a double team. But no, if you a 3 tech, you know a double team is coming. I teach my guys, when you open up like that, open up square, and then drop your hips and drop to a knee. At least that way you fall in the gap. He got pushed, thrown, catapulted, whatever words you want to use. I'm gonna bring this back up right. Hold on.
Uncle Phil is there.
Man.
There you go.
Hold on. I can't find it. Where is it?
That guy played with a torn
Okay, there it goes. Now look, what's crazy is that was their longest run of the game. 17 yards by Gainwell, right? And so again, to bring it back to the beginning, you know, hey, it started all good. All right, you know what I'm saying? 3 points, let's go. And then it went from sugar to shit fast as hell, didn't it? So let's go, oh shit. But then look, he's trying to get back in the play. He just, where am I? And then 17 yards. All right. So let's go to the next one. No, there's more. And this one might be worse. Because at least on that one, you know, he got pushed from his blind side. So let's add this next one right quick, right? Here's another one. Yo,
Damn.
I'm sorry.
I mean, damn.
Look, now it's like he sees it coming and he still can't do nothing. And I'm talking about, I mean, look at the way he came off the ball. I mean, he came off the ball like he didn't want to be there. And y'all been watching play on live TV, and you wonder why a play got so many yards. Look at that. The gap that he ran through, that's where Kinlaw was supposed to be of a double team. Actually, no, that wasn't a double team. Wait a minute. That was solo bolo. Oh, yeah. You got owned. Yeah, first down. Yeah, go ahead. You celebrate first down.
I think I was on my third shot of Jameson.
I mean, but
This is fucking pathetic,
I'm like,
man.
good love, bro. I'm like,
Pathetic.
you way too big and way too strong. I mean, did you release bitch to bitch? I mean, come on. Look at this shit. Yeah. Oh, shit. Come on, bro. This is ridiculous. Now, if you look at these plays, you can say, if the whole game went like this, they would have ran the ball all game. But I guarantee you, had the defense been fresh and we had a fighting chance on offense, Kevin Gibbons would have been in there. Somebody else would have been in there. Like, hey, get 99 out of here. He ain't doing nothing. But now let's go back to the catch. That wasn't the catch, but it was a catch because they got the catch. Yeah, right. Now, but what I wanted to pay attention to on this particular play. Now, people ask me, why didn't Kyle, Canister play? Why didn't? So apparently, the stadium didn't replay this angle, and they knew better than play this angle because they would have called it not a catch. So what got me was, who had the bird's eye view? Because the ref really couldn't see from his angle. But look at Hufanga right here. Look, Hufanga saw the whole thing, and watch Hufanga's reaction. Oh, so that didn't show it. Well,
even I said when it went live, it wasn't a catch.
After that, because see, Dave, I see this angle right here. I didn't see this angle at first. But my point is, if I'm Hufanga, I'm sprinting to Kyle. Matter, I would call the timeout. Timeout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, somebody should have got in and said something, man.
Coach, you didn't catch that, Coach. I was right there. You didn't catch that. But if there was no timeout call, they ended up scoring. But I'm talking about this, and I thought I was so, I didn't see this angle at first. But clearly, the ball came out. And as fast as he got up, I'm like, oh yeah, he telling him to get on the ball because I ain't catch that motherfucker. I can tell from the live action his arm moved. So it wasn't a clean catch if it was a catch. Hey, it was a hell of an effort though, because he sacked the hell out of that motherfucker, boy. But right here, out, ball's out. No. And that was on 4th down. Right. That changed the whole momentum of the game there. Because I know it was have it in their territory. Yeah, man. So that was a catch that should have kind of did. Sadly, I'm Silverado kid. My last Silverado DC cap for this season. But look, like Kyle said, we'll be back next season. So hopefully less clips, because I ain't talking shit about nobody because they was all doing their thing. But back to your studio now. You got it, man. All right. Let's give it up for Silverado Kev again, DC Cat. You know what, right now, fellas, you know what annoyed me about that play? And this is what made me, I thank God none of my family is around me. If I'd accidentally hit somebody, I would have knocked them out. That's how hard I was swinging at the end. I said, what the fuck we say last show? Hold on. Didn't we say, don't let these motherfuckers get behind you? Didn't we say that? Yeah. That drives me crazy. Listen, sure they don't watch Real Talk 9 and Talk, but I'm sure enough has happened. Yes. All right, y'all, let's give it up for what's up, Dollar Bill Will, a.k.a. King Skeezy.
Hey, Don.
What's up, bro?
Hey, the Real Talkers saying they can't hear us because the background music too loud.
They say it's too loud?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's low to me, but clearly it's loud out there. So.
Yeah, it was kind of low to me too, but Real Talkers said they can't hear nothing we saying.
about now?
It still sounds the same to me.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat, let me know how. Let me know. Okay, somebody said they can hear. All right.
From the outset of that first drive, when Warner went down.
I'm sorry, girl, talking. My apologies.
It still sound the same.
Yeah, I don't get it. Still loud.
You know what? Hey, what a boy be saying? Cut the beat. You know what I'm saying?
You have to just cut it up. Let me go to the music. We just cut it. We just do a silent show, fellas.
All right.
All right. I cut the music. Everybody should be here fine now.
Hey, we good out there, y'all? I'm saying, no issues.
Mic check.
Mic check 1 2.
Microphone check 1 2 1 2.
We good.
But from the outset, when Warner went down on that first series for a couple of plays, you could tell something strange was going to happen.
Right.
Hey, Dave, what I say? Oh, no. Here we go.
Yep.
Here we go. Already.
Well, like I was saying earlier, man, the whole I thought the number one golden objective was not to let these receivers get behind us, because that's been our Achilles heel the whole season. You know, being susceptible to them long bombs.
I'd have to see it again.
Wasn't that Jimmy Ward?
I don't know if Ward was manned up 1-on-1 from the snap, or he
was.
He ran a real route and then got outside like that. I'm not sure.
But you got to keep. I understand that, but he was in position to keep him in front of him.
Yeah, I mean, still, fact of the matter is he got behind him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he was side by side with him and let him turn the real route. He did turn like some sort of wheel route. You know,
but the whole time Jimmy was peeking. He was peeking in the backfield the whole fucking time.
You know what it was too? That's the kind of scramble drill. Some of these guys, sometimes the QB start scrambling, they lose track of their man. That's exactly what happened. And Jalen like, oh, go. I'm gonna throw it up to you, and he made a hell of a catch and a hell of a throw.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah. No, well, yeah, the catch with the hand, but he didn't bring it in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right. But yeah, man, that letting these guys get behind them is the problem. You can't let these guys get behind you.
Yeah.
You cannot, especially those receivers. And thank God they really didn't kill us like that.
Outside of that, Demo and Ward was in them boys' pockets the whole game.
Yes.
Yeah, like I said, they didn't really kill us like that.
Hurts missed Brown deep once. But other than that, we was in them boys' pockets.
And then to be honest with you, this game, we don't know what would have happened. We don't know. No, I'm saying this game, it basically was like they should have just ended it once Purdy got hurt. Because after that, it was just a sleeper, dude. It was over. We all knew it was over once Purdy went down.
We would have won that.
That shit was disappointing.
We did get that touchdown when he was out, so there was a chance.
We would have won that.
Then they got helped by, but then they got helped by penalties on that following drive.
I'm sorry, OG.
Let's not act like that.
No way in the hell we were gonna beat them just running the whole game.
Yeah, we barely got that.
7-7. When it was tied 7-7, we had some hope.
Hell, Josh Johnson would have had held up for that.
When Josh Johnson came in, it was over with. Ball game over with.
Listen,
yeah,
that was a great motherfucking run
with Josh Johnson in there.
Yeah, but that was a handoff. It was a handoff
at that point, and Philly at that point was not looking good. They were not moving the ball. We thought the defense would hold up.
Josh Johnson was going to come in the game, and it was going to be a 3-and-out all game long. The defense would have went out there and got tired.
That's not what I'm saying.
No,
that's
the
not
defense
what I'm
did
saying.
go out there and get tired.
What I'm saying is the defense was holding up till then, and it was 7-7, and Philly really wasn't moving the ball then. It was when they were helped out by that long-ass drive with questionable penalties that we helped out with that made the game in and out.
But we wasn't going to be able to win that fucking game running the ball.
Okay, that's my question. So you're saying we had a chance to win that game?
No, I'm not saying we had a chance offensively. I said the defense to that point was holding up.
But yeah, well, we all saw that. I saw that, but that's still a
drive aided by a couple of penalties that shouldn't have been called, that's when the game was lost. No,
Listen,
the offense wasn't going to do anything with
the
Johnson.
defense balled out, but they were on a thin.
Hey, look.
It was on a tight rope. They were on a
That's-
very
OG.
tight rope.
OG. I'm gonna take a page out of you and Kev playbook. That game was over with.
You cut out, you.
Cut out.
You heard me. I said I'm gonna take a page out of you and Kev playbook. That game was over with in the first quarter.
Yeah.
That's it. As soon as the Purdy went down, it was over.
Yeah.
That shit was bad. But we got Daryl.
Offensively, I can't disagree with that. I can't disagree with
We got
what you're saying.
Crazy ass Daryl here. He says Javon Kinlaw got moved easier than tax money at a single mother's house. Daryl crazy, man. Daryl's a nut, man. But yeah, man, Kinlaw proved to me that he's a bust, man. To get manhandled like that for 4 quarters, I'm sorry. What more can we say, man? I was pulling for the brother, but it is what it is, man.
We defended him on this show.
Yes, we have.
And people can say, well, what more could he have done? Motherfucker, more than that.
Anything else.
At least hold your ground. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you was really just getting moved, bitch. Get out the way. Like, Ludacris playing the whole game. You know what I'm saying?
Take a page out of Trent Williams' book. Slam somebody. Anything.
I'm like, man. Like,
what happened with that play with Trent? Because I caught when I turned from the TV, I turned back. It was the melee was going on. Then I saw the instant replay.
Dude was grabbing Debo face mask and wouldn't let go. And so Trent said, okay, get off my partner. Get off my bro. You feel me?
Tried to throw his ass through the turf. He tried to throw that motherfucker through the turf.
And you notice the guy that got slammed was swinging at somebody else. He wasn't dare coming back at Trent.
Yeah, he did. My man
who was there watching the game was like, I'm gonna say, we may have lost the fight. We ain't lose the fade though.
Exactly.
We won the fade.
And you know what's crazy? The motherfuckers ain't swing at Trent either. They knew better than to swing on him either.
Oh hell no!
All them dudes ain't swing. They ain't nobody swing at him from the Eagles. They ain't nobody. And near one person swing at him. He tried. I said, if you go to that field now, the homeboy's back print still in the turf.
I think we were louder. I think we were louder on that slam than we were when we scored.
Hey, we needed something to be happy about.
Right.
Yeah, at least we got that off. That motherfucker. At least we got that off.
He smooth snatched that. I'm talking about get your motherfucking ass.
Yeah, you see the way he planted his foot. He planted his foot. I mean, he
Man, Kinlaw got light, man. They told him to lose some weight so they can get that weight off his knee. But when you get light, you get moved like that.
Well, I'll tell you one thing.
And then at the beginning of the season, that's no excuse.
Yeah, he did. It seemed like he didn't want to be there. But I'll tell you one thing, that definitely lets us know where we're going in the draft. 3 tech, defensive tackle / 1 tech.
Or they've been putting out rumors about D tackles being available, like Ron Dane from the Commanders.
Yeah. Right. This is what I think they should do. They should give Bosa a running mate instead of Ebicom, and they need to give Armstead a running mate, both out of free agency. That's the route they need to go.
Well, I would agree with that for Armstead, but we've got a guy already. We just need to develop Drake Jackson on that other side.
And why was he inactive again?
I
don't know.
I don't understand it.
Now, word is he was inactive to have somebody play inside, but did they play? Because
I don't know.
Whoever they put out there wasn't effective.
Hey, and I didn't see Jordan Willis, so it wasn't because of Jordan Willis.
Was it old boy 92?
Hyder?
Yeah. Get more inside than outside?
I didn't see Hyder play much either. I didn't
agree with that in the first
place. If he did play, he didn't have much impact. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So, yeah, man, look. Would it have taken some adjustments and you know, for them boys to reach down and dig deep? Yes. But you cannot convince me that game would not have been way more competitive had we not lost Brock Purdy and we'd have found a way to win. You cannot convince me that. I'm sorry.
Agreed.
Out of all times it had to happen that day. That's crazy, dog.
Right.
It was just like Murphy's Law, man. Whatever could go wrong, can go wrong, will go wrong.
Yes.
That's crazy, man. Warner gets hurt first play of the game, I think, was the second. Then
it was early. It was early.
Yeah, it was early, man. That right there said, "Oh shit."
Mm-hmm.
First thing I said, like, come on, man. But look, man. When you see the score, 31-7, they whooping the boys' ass. Nah, you had to watch the game, player.
Yeah, it's context to go with that.
Yeah, the score ain't really the score ain't really showing you what really happened, bro. Like,
oh yeah, and then hey, Khalid, right? And then when this happened, I'm like, oh
yeah.
And he was just standing on the sideline.
You can't convince me that was an accident.
Well, no,
that was an accident. It was. One of our players flung the Philly player.
Yeah.
So he didn't know. He didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, so
I believe in conspiracy theories now with this game, but not that one. I saw that one from the door.
All right, I'll trust you.
What Trent Williams did made me feel a little better. He gave me the way he threw that dude down.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, like it's just
that's why I made that my pick on Twitter.
Oh man, I know we got so busy running our mouths, man. But you know what? We're gonna have to skip the roll call today because the soundboard's acting up. I don't even want to go back into it and blow the sound. So my apologies, real talkers. Y'all know.
Yeah, but we see y'all though.
Yeah.
Unless you want to do it silently, you know what I'm saying? But look, we see y'all. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all being in here, man.
Now silently don't have the same flair, man.
As always.
So y'all know we love y'all. You know what I'm saying? We don't do nothing half-ass over here. You know what I'm saying? So we can't do it right. We ain't gonna do it at all. You know what I'm saying? But we love each and every one of y'all. If it wasn't for y'all, wouldn't be no us. You know what I'm saying? So thank y'all for coming through to the funeral.
Our technology this show is going like our game went.
I'm gonna call it. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Sorry, that's
it's the truth, man.
Right.
Hey man, how y'all feel about Jimmy gone, man? Hey, what's up? Let's go, man.
Until
Jimmy ain't gone yet. I don't believe it.
Oh man,
because what Kyle says,
Kyle
he said that last year.
He said that last year.
He didn't really say that last year, bro. He gone this time.
I don't believe that shit for a second.
Ain't no contracts, ain't no nothing. He a free agent. Somebody gonna get him the bag.
Contract last year, and we re-signed him for a 1-year deal.
But we didn't know. We didn't know Pretty was gonna turn out like this. Pretty literally just pushed Jimmy out the door. So you got Trey and Pretty. All you gotta do is bring back Nate Sudfeld or get a decent veteran out of free agency.
We ain't gonna bring back Nate Sudfeld. We'll find a better replacement than that this year.
And it's a lot of good ones too.
Who?
Until Jimmy is
good quarterbacks
gone, I will not believe it.
Listen, I wouldn't say that when Nate Sudfeld. He might come back.
I would have took Sudfeld over Josh Johnson.
Listen, okay?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You act like there's good quarterbacks all over the league.
There are other quarterbacks available. Marcus Mariota, for example, is.
But these guys want money, man.
Him than either Josh Johnson or Nate Sudfeld.
Nah, these guys. Mariota's still out there. Atlanta let him out. Atlanta let him go.
I mean, man. To be honest, man. I mean,
Atlanta's. After what for the Falcons, Jew?
After what I done for the organization, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if I was Jimmy, I wouldn't accept anything they'll try to give me because I already know what they're gonna give me. Give me a 1 year of chump change money. I'm not taking that when I feel like I can compete in this league. So if somebody comes off him a bag, he gonna take it, man. Like if he does that, then Jimmy just don't really care. He just want to just be there and just take chump change.
Jimmy gone, dog. Jimmy gone.
Yeah, he gone, bro.
He gone. We ain't gotta talk about this motherfucker no more.
Yeah,
he gone.
Yeah, he gone, man.
Hey man, let's talk about the return of Trey. How about that? Let's talk about the return of Trey.
That's
what I want to talk about.
Yeah, Trey. Because right now, Trey is QB1 right now.
I'm excited about it.
He said he'll be ready. He said he'll be ready in 3 to 4 weeks.
Right. When OTAs begin.
And he's QB1 right now.
Now I don't know which way to go. I'm hearing 6 months. I'm hearing a year because he needed Tommy John surgery. We don't know.
He's going for a year. He's going. It's official. He's going for a year. Tommy John, man.
Okay, that's crazy, bro. And I feel bad for him. You know what I'm saying? I feel, man, like, damn.
I do feel bad for him.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, Trey has had to look at this all season. He's chomping at the bit. As many people have called him a bust after 2 starting games.
Speaking of that,
ready to come out with a vengeance.
Dave, speaking of that, for all you Jimmy section, when everybody was on the Jimmy train, talking about how classy he was and how he was a consummate professional, you better say Trey was too. Because Trey ain't complaining not once.
No,
Trey ain't said no BS in the media. He's just sat back and just, hey, all right, I ain't told the Kyle yet. Kyle said XYZ, we'll see what happens. So come out there, guns blazing, Trey.
Yeah, Trey got to come out. He got to come out and ball, man. He's got to ball this season. He has to.
Yeah, man.
He has to come out and ball, man.
He got to.
If he's not motivated by this, I don't know how else he could get motivated. I think we're going to see something special next season.
Well, I think what we're going to have to do, like Drew made a good point. A lot of that shit Purdy was doing was off script. I'm sure a lot of that shit was off script.
Yeah, but
he can't play to the tilt like Kyle wants him to because it ain't gonna work. He got to go off script at times. Thing is, he just has to make the play.
But I was on Facebook before the show, and I seen some 49er fans saying trade. And to be honest with you,
that's not happening.
I can't even. Hey, look, I can't even play the race card this time because they was all black. They was all like, get rid of Trey.
Because they don't know the game. They don't know the game like that either. If you know the game, whatever. The boy didn't lose.
The boy didn't lose.
Yeah, the boy didn't. But
this organization just needs to get over its fascination for old ass Patriot quarterbacks. Brady retired and Garoppolo.
Yeah,
just
let
go.
him go, man.
Give it a rest.
And at the end of the day, he didn't lose his job because of talent. He lost it because of injury.
No, lost because of injury.
Just like this boy. So he deserves his shot to get his job back. Like I say, Brock had to win the Super Bowl to completely take over. That's how I saw it. He had to
right.
at least make or win the Super Bowl.
I hate to say it, but if Brock would have stayed healthy, he would never got hurt. I think Trey was gonna come in the next season as number 2. Yep. But Trey, the heavens gate opened up and blessed him. He got another shot. Now he just got to go out there and goddamn prove that he can do this shit too.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, colleague, good point.
Right.
Because Mitchell got to prove he can stay healthy too.
Damn sure do.
You ain't lying, man. He's a battle ram, but he's not durable at all.
Now, me and John was talking. John Armstead was talking. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Look, man. I mean, I'm not making no excuses for the guy, but he comes back after injuries. I don't know how much time he's taking to try to recover, but it's always something else after something else. You know what I'm saying? So, like the growing, unfortunately, the body is like that, bro. You have one injury, the rest of your body compensates for something, then you heard something else. You know what I'm saying? So, has he been coming back too soon? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like he got a stinger or broken ribs. These are all injuries that, like, soft tissue type injuries. You know what I'm saying? Well, the 2 knees, he couldn't avoid them. You get a helmet on your knee like that.
Yeah, that happens, but
and he had 2 of those back to back.
Kyle was running that man to the ground all last season, though. But that was before CMC was there. Like he was running Mitchell all on the ground last season. Like he was just you had what? Todd Davis, Price, and all those guys.
Kind of like Raheem Mostert.
Yeah, you got to get these other guys a shot, man.
He kind of reminds me of Raheem Mostert. Gets a shot and gets injured, and then we don't hear from him again for a while. Comes back, another injury. It's just bad luck.
What's going on, man, Dion? Well, the thing with Mostert, the thing that always bugged me out with Mostert was he'd get these injuries, and you never see where they happened in the game. He'd make a couple of good plays, and he'd go back on the sideline. It's like, okay, he's out. And it's like, well, what the fuck happened? That's how I saw it.
That's why we were shocked in Detroit. We were like, he's injured. What?
Like when?
That's all the time at Radio Raheem. That was my guy, but boy, them phantom fucking injuries, man.
I'm gonna tell you on the bright side, man. At least we know we got guys in positions to come back and and succeed next year. We got to kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Replenish certain positions. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hey, let's talk about Jimmy Ward right quick. Y'all saw his IG live last
did you
night?
see the IG live? Yes.
I watched a little bit of it.
I'll say he keeps it.
He was being real though.
He keeps it 100. He keeps it 100, and he doesn't hold back.
Sometimes to his detriment or to the detriment of the team. But yeah,
and that boy said he talked to Kyle, and he told Kyle he didn't want to play nickel. Kyle said, "You want to ride the bench?" Like, damn.
And he's like he felt he'd be a better asset at safety. Like, he sees what's really going on.
Gibson,
he could do some things.
Gibson did his thing. Hats off to Gibson.
Right.
You know, but Gibson knocking on 60.
Right.
So, you know, we
yeah, I'm wondering if Gibson's going to be another Carlos Rogers.
How old is Gibson?
Season out of him.
Like 30.
He was 33 this season. I think he was 32 or 33 this season.
He's 32 this season.
He played solid, man. I ain't gonna knock him for his age. He played solid.
The hell, Jimmy Ward about 30 something, about 30.
Hey, I'll say this though. If we could find a formidable nickel, like let's say Womack can, you know.
Womack, we got it. Womack.
Right.
Womack.
I just move Ward back to safety. You know what I'm saying? Because you know Gibson's just getting old. You feel me?
Why didn't they do that though? I mean, no knock on Gibson, but they could have done that this year. They could have put Womack out there.
They're trusting.
Ward can play safety, but I felt more comfortable with Gibson at safety. He was smoother. He actually gets the ball. And Ward said it last night. You know, he can get the ball, but he enjoys hitting more.
So in the box,
he's more suited for the strong safety. You're not going to put him over Hufanga.
Hey, so y'all think y'all wouldn't bring Gilt back?
I'm kind of 50-50 on it because I remember Carlos Rogers years ago. He gave us a good year, and then he was never the same after that.
I ain't worried about Carlos Rogers. These two different players. Gilt played real good this year.
They were about the same age, and Carlos Rogers had a great year at 32. When he turned 33, we were
what
getting
Grant
burned.
do now? He's
oh damn!
Hey, you know, no, Grant was the person who asked Kyle the question about the QBs getting injured. You know, and I will say this about Grant: don't nobody else got the balls to ask the question that Grant be asked.
Hey, look, I was gonna hit Don up, and I was gonna say, let's do a reenactment of that conversation, because I was gonna tell y'all what Kyle really wanted to say.
Right. Yeah.
I was,
you know what? You get your mother.
Kyle was like, listen here, you dumb bitch. You know what he really wanted.
Was that Grant who asked him that question? Was he
Yes.
About the injuries, yeah.
Oh, and then Grant said, yeah, if you use your common sense. I mean, Kyle told him, if you use your common sense.
Right.
That's why I said, he really wants to say, listen here, you dumb bitch.
Listen, man. Listen, man. Tensions is high right now. Guys are still emotional. You know, nobody got time for that shit. Nobody got time for that shit right now. For him and his father's bullshit.
Fuck you. Next question.
Well, they say,
but look,
they say John Walsh wants to kick his daddy's ass. I'm sure Kyle wants to kick his ass. You know, nobody wants to be antagonized and fucked with when they're doing their job. I'm sorry. You don't want nobody over your shoulder pointing out every little thing and, you know, micromanaging you and criticizing everything you do.
Right.
You know, he's human. I can understand that. Grant can be annoying. I'm sorry.
Let me ask this question of everybody. And Don, I'll start with you. As good as Domador, we have Shavarius Ward at one corner, Lenore at the other corner right now.
Right.
What about Mosley? Do you?
I'm bringing E-Man back.
Absolutely.
I'm bringing E-Man back.
Yeah.
Even if it's for depth.
Healthy. Yeah, I'm sorry, Lenore. Hey, Lenore.
And he ain't gonna cost as much.
Lenore might be okay, nickel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? You know what I'm saying?
He can play the nickel. He can play the
nickel. He was playing good. He was playing good before Mosley got hurt that nickel.
Yeah. Put Mosley and Ward on the outside. Move the Amador to nickel, and
so it's going to be that'll be
between
him and
Womack for that spot. At least have Lenore and Womack fight for that nickel spot because Womack. Right. Hey, Womack is a talent, bro. Womack is talented. He just young. He green. You know what I'm saying?
Very green. Right.
Is a talent.
He's talent. Yep. Yes, he is.
He really is.
He got a little growing up to do. He did some knucklehead stuff one game, and I'm like, oh, come on, man. He almost cost the touchback playing around. He's a little young.
Hey, look,
but hey, look. But if they would have listened to us when we did our pre-draft this season, we could have had a damn Pro Bowler if we would have drafted that boy Woolen. Don called that motherfucker out from the jump.
That was Kev.
Kev, that was you, Kev?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
wanted Tariq Woolen.
Tariq Woolen, man. That dude.
School, they didn't look at him.
Ain't that dude like 6'4", 6'5", something like that?
I think like 6'4".
6'4",
yeah, tall guy. Yeah.
And fast. You feel me?
Yeah.
And can cover.
I ain't gonna take the credit for that one. That was Kev.
Yeah, I thought that was you, Don. That was Kev.
Kev picked him out.
Kev, they would listen to us, brother. Hey, that boy, we wouldn't even been having this fucking conversation, dude.
Mm-hmm. We put some dudes out there, man. Like I said, and we're gonna do the same this year, man. Who was that boy y'all pulled up earlier for the trade? I don't know if you or Kev, one of y'all put it in the group earlier. The defensive tackle.
Payne.
Payne, Deron Payne.
Payne
from Washington. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and the nice thing is, we can pay him because there's an increase in the salary cap. Mm-hmm. And Bosa said he doesn't need to be the highest paid defensive end. Just give a long-term deal. So we have flexibility to go get free agents.
Right on. Let's give it up for Bosa, y'all.
Bring it to Bosa. I'm a Bosa fan too. We need a Bosa to be Bosa. You know what I'm saying? And then the last couple games of the season, I know he gets double teamed more than everybody else. I know he gets chipped more than everybody else.
NFC Championship game, they were holding the shit out of him. They weren't calling. Yes. They weren't throwing no flag for shit. He was down there getting choked, and he ran in front of the rim like, God damn, motherfucker.
Between holding him and all the false starts that weren't called, I lost count after 7. I mean,
I promise you, I saw a couple plays where Bosa come around the edge and the ref look at him in his face and like, you don't see this? You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
motherfuckers are jumping me.
They called that one time in the first quarter.
Hey,
that was it.
Hey, Dave, what play was that? So, me and Dave watched the game together at my partner Twice's parents' house. Right. The whole house said, actually, the first play for the Eagles on offense, we was like, that's a hole! The whole, everybody in said the same thing.
People were standing up mad.
And I'm like, come on, man. Like,
Hey, let's give it up for our brother from another, y'all. Let's give it up for Terror Dome. What's up, T?
Yes, sir. Now with D'Amico gone, there is going to be a mass exodus of coaches and players. We got one of our guys interviewing for that DC spot in Houston, and I predict that's where Jimmy Ward goes, and Azeez Al-Shahir. I predict he will be at Houston because we didn't sign him. We signed Greenlaw, we signed Warner, and we left Al-Shahir out in the dark. So I think
that was a luxury too, man, having them 3 boys, man.
Well, let's take a look at the free agents, the list of coming free agents.
Houston Jets. I don't know where he's going. We should re-sign him. He's going to McDonald's. Houston. Robbie Gould is a mystery there. He's up there, but he is consistent in the playoffs. I think they'll keep Brunskill. I like Ridgeway. I don't think Hyder's staying.
I'm keeping Deshaun Gibson, bro.
Yeah, I'm keeping Gibson. I'm keeping Menahu. I'm keeping Juwan Jennings.
First is coming.
I see Mo Hurst there. He's gone.
Man, hey, Jew, I feel you, bro, but I think he's gonna go back to Houston, man. With
I want
D'Amico. That do make sense.
I want Gibbons back. I want Menahu back. I want Jennings back. They need to talk to Verrett about being a secondary coach.
Hey, hold on.
I think his playing days are over.
You better respect Tabor Pepper. Bring my boy Pepper back,
the long snapper. He'll be back.
Bring him back too. Yeah,
he'll be back. I'm sorry.
But the rest of them, and you know what, Dave, you're right. Robbie Gould. Look, if he want to come back, I'll bring him back because kicker's hard to come by too.
Right.
You see what Dallas dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So of this list, I know the list is long. You know what? Flanagan Foles, I got a name on the practice squad I would love to see develop over him. You know what? And the guy got 3 names too.
Do you think he and Odom could develop into that third linebacking slot?
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about the brother on the practice squad. What's his name, Dave? He linebacker.
Oh, shoot.
He showed up in preseason real good.
The name slips me.
Hey,
right there.
Peridone. What's the linebacker name, man?
I know you're talking about because we talked about him in the preseason.
Right, man. I can't.
Is it the one? Is it the one that Don like?
Yeah, McCurry Ball. Yes.
Yeah, that's Don boy.
Yeah, McCurry Ball. Yes. So Flanagan Foles is a he might be odd man out because of McCurry Ball. But yeah, the rest of these. Tavarius Moore, I
don't know. We got a lot developed on the practice squad for that position.
Yeah, newsflash, Jerome Davis. We signed Jason Poe, little bro, to a future contract. You know what I'm saying? So Poe ain't going nowhere. There you go, Dave. Talk to him.
Right. And I will be wearing his road jersey next season as well.
I can't wait to change his number.
Yeah, I don't know about more, man.
I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Burks filled in pretty good too.
Burks is coming back. They signed him to a couple of years.
Yeah, trying to lock guys in. We got a couple of We got a receiver coming back that I liked a lot too. I forgot what school the boy came from. I got to go back and look at our UDFA. He's a UDFA.
Tay, you talking about
Martin.
Tay Mac.
No, not Mac. Martin. Mac, they let go.
Martin.
Yeah, Tay Martin.
Yeah.
Tay Martin.
Yeah, they said that boy was solid in camp and all that, But the wide receiver room on this team is tight. But he'll get his shot.
Danny Gray,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was just about to bring that name up too. Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, he's here.
He didn't really get a lot. He didn't really get a lot of starting time at the receiver position.
That's because Trey wasn't in there.
Well, not just that.
Not just that, but who's he going to beat out?
His blocking wasn't real good either.
Yeah, I heard his blocking wasn't too sharp.
He's not beating out Jennings because of blocking. He's not beating out Ayuk. He's certainly not beating out. What about Ray?
Ooh.
I don't know, man. Ray didn't impress me this season, man.
Yeah.
Ray didn't really impress me this season. He had a couple of plays, but he didn't impress me, man. Like, as far as punt returning, he didn't impress me. Shit, Debo.
A couple of reverses he did, I'm sure Danny Gray could have done.
Right. Danny Gray did that in college. They had footage of him in school doing that. He, them end arounds. And he's fat. He's just as fast as Ray. And he can break the, he can go deep, man. So he can definitely stretch the field.
Hey.
Okay. Dana Harvey's asking, can we get rid of McGlinchey? And I've seen a lot of backlash there. People are defending him.
Hell yeah,
he needs to go.
Hell yeah, he needs to go. Quick.
Let's give it for Dana Harvey, y'all.
They're not blaming him for that Brock Purdy play. And I don't know how you put
that was Croft.
That was Croft. Yeah, that was Tyler Croft.
No. He got beat too. He got beat by his man too, but his man ain't who hit Brock though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
hey, listen, man.
Yeah. He right. McGlinchey got beat too, but Croft guy was the one that injured Purdy, Hassan.
Listen, I agree with Denise G 1,000% here. That boy who was punting for Dallas was no joke. Was it Tamer?
The punter? Yes.
Yeah.
No,
the punt returner. Extra points.
That boy, listen, man.
To talk about that play, Brock got hurt, right? So I know we got people in here who they love offense, they love defense. We talking offense right now. That play call was set up 2 or 3 plays in advance, right? But the thing that happened was, and this how I know Hassan Reddick is a salve. He was supposed to be distracted by Debo in an orbit motion, but Hassan saying, "Man, fuck Debo. I got my eye on one person, and that's the quarterback." Mm-hmm. And so he didn't get distracted, and so he was in the backfield. Now, could Brock have stepped up in the pocket a little bit? Yeah, but he saw IU coming open, and he was trying to hit him. You know, so but that play.
If he makes that pass, IU had beaten his man. That was a touchdown.
He's in McGlinchey ain't nothing but an expensive traffic cone. That's all the fuck he is. He got to get out of here. He's got to get out of here, man. And let me tell you something else. Speaking of that play, Kyle knows that Riddick is a savage. He knows that from his days in Arizona. He knows what time it is, man. So a lot of people are making excuses for Kyle, and I'm at the Cyber Grand on this one. You knew what that dude bring. You put a tight end on that boy. You know them dudes ain't standing a chance at blocking him. Like they said, you got solid right tackles who can't block this boy. And I'm gonna go with this analogy. Kev, I know what you're gonna say, but you can drive with 2 feet. That don't make it the right thing to do. The motherfucker did it before, got away with it in the past. Cause and y'all know I got love for Jason. I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree with him too. He says, well, he's done this play 99 times and it worked. This one time it didn't work, everybody's going crazy. He got lucky 99 times. How about that?
Especially
when you play with fire. When you play with fire, you get burnt. You're gonna get burnt. You play with fire, man.
But
and now this boy's sitting up in surgery, getting a Tommy John surgery as a result of it.
I will say this though. Now, like I said in the green room in the chat, and of course, if it was the 5th, we all be fading, right? But
this was no if, because he's going into surgery,
right.
brother.
But
this is no if.
But what I'm saying is, had that play worked, we're not having this conversation. You know what I'm saying? So,
but it did work.
Wait. Only reason we're talking about it is for 2 reasons. The play didn't work, and as a result of the play not working, Brock got hurt. Had Brock hit IU for a touchdown on that play, we're not even having this conversation because that don't happen. So it's almost like, Don, you're a boxing fan. Your corner dude tell you throw the right, throw the right, throw the right. Before you throw the right, bang out, you get hit with an uppercut. And you're like, oh, well, I was trying to throw the right. You know what I'm saying? But he beat me to it.
No, bro.
I'll play it on that.
Look at this play. Look at the play.
Damn.
You were playing with fucking.
No. Look at Croft. Like, look, Croft laying there like Ricky.
OTG.
Well, didn't go by there.
And that's my point. You played with fire in the past, you got away with it.
Okay, McGlinchey is so ass.
You played with fire in the past, you got away with it. You got burnt this one time. Let me tell you something. Okay, well, let me give you another example. When we was younger in Harlem, we used to jump across rooftops, being stupid. All it took was one mistake, and that was our lives.
Hey, look, y'all know what though?
Every time we did it, we just got lucky. We got away with it. And if you did right, if one of us would have failed, we'd have been talking about it. But that still don't make it. That still doesn't mean it wasn't dangerous to do. Kyle's got to get better. I agree with Grant with this one. You can't put quarterbacks at risk. Look at all the teams. Listen, because I listened to John Chapman too, who had a great point. That system with those naked bootlegs, with these guys coming in unblocked. Look at all the teams that use that, and look at their quarterback situations. Look at Miami. Look at the Jets. That shit is dangerous, brother. It's dangerous.
Yep.
No.
Dangerous.
Red was unfazed.
Hey, look.
Listen,
Purdy should have did. It's the one thing that I can say Jimmy would have did that Purdy should have did, and Jimmy would have just curled up and took the sack. That's what Purdy should have did.
It was too late.
Yeah, it happened.
He could have folded up. He could have folded up.
Hey, that's the one play that Brock clock wasn't working because I know that clock had to be going off.
He was standing there for it seemed like forever, dude.
I called you after that play, and what did I say?
Yep.
Did I say he's got to get it out faster than that?
Yep.
Now, granted, he got to get it out faster than that, or he has to step up in the pocket. Why? Because, come on, these bulls 6'4", 6'6", 260, 250 coming at you full steam. That is fucking dangerous, brother. I'm sorry. That shit is dangerous. So either his clock wasn't working, or he should have been coached on the sidelines. Look, you got to get this. You got to get this ball out. You got to get this ball out.
And I'm wondering too. It was 2 receivers out in the route. We had 1 tight end in the game. What was George Kittle?
I don't know.
Like,
he should have been in the backfield helping block these motherfuckers wherever he was.
That would have made us feel better. At least Ridgeway would have had some challenge, but good Lord.
Terradome.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. We don't get it. Protect your QB at all costs. Even a hold or a tackle. I'll take 10 yards versus Tommy John surgery. Thank you.
They
It's
can't even do that.
dangerous. And somebody put a comment up that he's not the only one who does it. All teams do it. Put that comment back up.
Where is it now?
I don't know who put that up.
No, I saw it too. Wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah, because I don't care who else does it. It's dangerous as hell.
It's dangerous, but it works.
It's dangerous, but it works. Right. I get that, but you're not protecting are you putting your quarterback at you really protecting your quarterback with that though? Yeah, it works, but it also could be deadly.
But the comment you were talking about with Denise G, it's a bug, that one.
Hold on, Denise. There you go, Denise. I think I see you.
They should have had Kittle on their side, man. I don't care.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
Because didn't he knock out? Who knocked out Josh Johnson?
Same person, I thought.
That's all right, ready? I think.
Same side.
Denise, y'all don't get it, man.
How
many dudes he got to knock out?
And this time, Grimace was to blame.
No, he's always to blame.
Man,
look, you seen him in another video. He always in the video.
Have that image of that defensive back, that cornerback pushing him around and just
We could have got that man in free agency, man.
And look, and I'm gonna say this respectfully, Denise. Listen, I know you're one of Kyle's biggest supporters. I get all that. And what they say, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But what happened when it doesn't? Now, this boy's out for a year because it didn't work. It's risky. Like I said, you can drive with 2 feet. Don't make it the thing to do. Don't mean it's the right thing to do. You know, it's risky. That's the whole purpose of it. It's risky. He's a rookie. There's a lot of nuances he don't know about in this league. You know, he should have known off rip. You put an experienced quarterback in that situation. They know I got to get this ball out quick. Or I got to get out the pocket. You never catch Russell Wilson, none of them guys in that kind of shit. Getting caught up like that.
Nope.
You would never see that. It would never happen with those kind of players. You know, so my thing is, you know, you just don't take the risk. Then you're talking about the number one, the sack leader. What do you have, 17 sacks?
Yep, 17 and a half.
No.
Right behind Bosa.
Right. But like I say, man, it was just a dangerous thing to do. And I'm not saying it's all Kyle's fault. I know he put his best foot forth. He's trying to win, but he took a risk, and this is what happens. This is what happens as a result. You know, I'm not calling for the man's job. You know, I'm not pulling a Grant Cohn. You know, Grant wants his job. I don't think he needs to lose his job over it. It's one to learn. It's one to grow on.
So they're saying it's going to be Purdy's decision whether he gets the Tommy John surgery or just a regular repair. So we're all waiting.
Yeah. Now he has to weigh the options.
Right.
What are the long-term effects? What if he what's the chance of him re-injuring that elbow? He don't want this to be an injury that haunts him his whole career because he didn't take care of it initially.
If he gets the Tommy John surgery, his arm when it heals, his arm going to be stronger. It's just like an Achilles heel. When you tear it and it heals back up, it becomes even stronger. So if he get the Tommy John and heals, he'll be able to throw that ball even, everybody say he has a noodle arm, but it'll be a whole lot better once it's healed. So he'll be stronger.
Right. So you just have to sacrifice the season.
Right.
But then who's to say he'll have a job to come back to? I mean, I get it.
That's the thing.
Because if Trey do what we expect him to do, come back and light shit up, he may not have a job to come back to.
Right.
You know? But then he has to, like I say, man, listen, some football.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
If Trey do get his shot, I want to see Shanahan give that man the same chance he gave Purdy. Use him just like you just used Purdy. Right. Let Trey come out and throw it.
And throw the ball. Right. Let him work the pocket, throw the ball, run when needed, when necessary. Not just run him to be running them.
Right.
Not running them just to be running them.
Oh, I think if he runs him like last season, like this season, fans are going to be irate. They will call for his head.
Hey, look, and I heard what happened with this Ayuk shit. What's going on with this Ayuk shit?
Yeah, well, supposedly he supposedly he liked a picture of him in a Giant uniform. They do the little mock-ups and they put you in.
But hell, Debo did that same shit last year.
Yeah, well, he's he up for he got a contract coming up. Well, he's still 2 years out though, isn't he? 2 seasons out.
I'm looking that up right now.
I think so, because it was just his third year. It was his third year, right?
Yeah, now he acting up. Come on,
He's got at least one more year.
Come on, IU. I thought it was 2.
You got your first 1,000. He's got at least one more year, as I was saying.
I think 2 years out for another contract.
I think he's trying because now he's got 1,000 yards.
He's 2 years out, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 years out, yeah.
Yeah, come on now. He acting up. He know they don't do business like that. And see, well, he better play. He needs to be careful. They'll get another wide receiver in there. Shit, you got Danny Gray in there. Be careful. Be careful. Like I said,
is Danny Gray a number 1 receiver at this point in time?
No, he's not.
Hey, Gray got to get in the weight room.
But these guys come back stronger. They always come back big. They always come back stronger.
That's
you know that.
Steak and potatoes.
After the first season. Yeah, but he's gonna come back. He's gonna come back stronger. You got to remember, Kevin. You know this. When these guys come out the draft, man, they come out. They don't have real pro off seasons. This is his first pro off season where he's gonna have trainers. Guys like when you watch Debo. Anybody see that documentary of Debo on YouTube?
I watched it. Yeah.
And these guys haven't watched it yet. These guys got trainers, man, that they pay for that you wouldn't believe, man. That on the off season. That they see constantly through the offseason. They're not doing that coming out of college. He's gonna have to get up to speed now. Look at Ayuk. Ayuk was a noodle when he first came into the league, and look how he came back beefed up.
Yeah.
So you got to give Danny great time. I'm not going definitely not going to
now
not consider him.
This brings up a topic that I'm not sure, Dave, if you heard me that day talking to old boy Cedric, who was this guy was a scout for the Steelers. For like 10 years or so.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And he every Steeler game he at. You know what I'm saying? He live out here, but he at every Steeler game he's been a scout for him. But he was like, Debo is not a good receiver.
Oh, no, I was on that conversation.
He was like, he's a great football player. But he's not a great receiver. And I said, you know what? I give you that. I said, but he said that Debo got one route. I said, no, Debo can run the whole route tree. He just doesn't have to, or he hasn't run the whole route tree, right?
It's his
hands. Is he a top-notch receiver? No, but he's an amazing football player, and just unfortunately, he hasn't had a quarterback who can, take advantage of him being open downfield. Right. And right now he hasn't had to because we got guys that stretch the field. But he's great at what he does. Would I like to see Debo be hit downfield, run more routes? Yeah, but at this point, he really hasn't had to. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, look, I'm gonna keep Debo as long as I can. Because the boy is just a Swiss Army knife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, look, guys, I want to address this comment. Mark Cisneros. He says, problem with Trey running Purdy's scheme is he has trouble throwing the gimmies. But where he excels are the deep shots Purdy and Jimmy G, I guess he put that backwards, can't hit. And why I'm gonna say I disagree with that, he hasn't Trey hasn't been given opportunity to truly work the pocket. He's not being coached like these guys. He's ran they run him more than anything. They don't give him the opportunity to throw a dink and dunk because they run him.
That comes with more reps, which he hasn't had a chance to have.
Trey,
they don't give him a chance to dink and dunk.
Trey is a great talent, and some of y'all might jump down my throat when I say this. I don't care because it's the way I feel about it. But I love Trey. I respect Trey as a talent. But the only reason I feel drafting Trey was a mistake because he wasn't ready when we drafted him. You see what I'm saying? So if we were expecting to play him right away, that wasn't going to happen because he had enough snaps. He had the experience. Brock Purdy was a 4-year starter. So he's played the game a lot. Trey hadn't played much football. So that was a lot of pressure to put on Trey to say, hey, we're going to bring you in here and play you year one. He had seen a lot of shit. Do I think he can get to where we need him to be? Yes, but he needs the snaps. He needs the reps. Now, I do like what I've seen from him, when he's done his thing, but yes, he has a lot of more growing to do. So groom him. You know what I'm saying? Look, a lot of teams, the Bears, they take their lumps with Justin Fields. Hell, Jalen Hurts, Philadelphia won him out his first year. They was like, oh, he sucks. He's not what we thought he was. Blah blah blah. But now look at him. He was MVP candidate.
Let me piggyback on. He
played a lot of football though. That's the difference. He played a lot of football.
All right, Kev, let me piggyback on that. Now we all know how you know when it comes to brothers in this position how it is. We don't have a lot of room. We don't have a lot. We don't. There's not a lot of rope for us. Now I'm gonna tell you two guys right now that shouldn't have never started day one. Neither one of them were ready, and they're yellow jackets right now. Terry Bradshaw, who was a wild. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Terry Bradshaw. And Brett Favre. So don't give me that shit that he ain't ready. That only applies to us. That's bullshit. When we drafted him, if they
Favre had to start.
Listen, man, if David gave the boy the reps, he'd have been fine. He'd have been fine, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kenneth.
We appreciate that.
Thank you,
Favre
brother.
had to go to another city to get his shine. Remember, he was a Falcon originally.
They hated him in Atlanta. They hated him in Atlanta.
Yeah, the coach in Atlanta. Coach in Atlanta didn't want Favre. He ain't like Favre. He didn't even want to draft him.
And see, and I'm just keeping it real. I ain't pulling the race card, but I'm calling it like it is, man. They don't do that shit. They don't do that shit to them. You know?
Because they Chicago even talking about trading Justin Fields, but they talking about drafting Bryce. They talking about drafting Bryce Young though.
I think Chicago is going to be a big player. They have the most cap money of all the teams. They're going to get pieces for Justin Fields. So
they talking about trading. They talking about trading him, OG.
I don't think they'll trade him. I think they
I hope not.
I do think it's going to be a put up year. I think
the brothers don't get that. They don't get that rope, man.
They're also trying to push a new stadium.
But they said they'd rather get they want to get Bryce Young. They said Bryce Young a better passer than him.
Bryce Young is going to the Texans.
That Bryce Young little as fuck.
He is. I would draft. I like Stroud because of his size on. Now they're gonna have to bulk him up, steroids or something, because he's not gonna last at that position with his current weight. But I think Houston is going to get him.
Right.
Me either. But look, man, I'm still team Trey. You feel me? I'm team whoever's on the center, but I got faith in Trey. We've seen enough from him to say he can be it. But again, he just hasn't had the snaps. But most importantly, over his talent, over his snaps, his reps, the one thing Trey needs that nobody's talking about is Kyle to trust him. Trust this young man, Kyle. You picked him, so trust him.
That's what I said.
I've always said that from day one, man.
Let that man throw the ball.
Yeah, man.
Look, faith in him, man. You draft him for a reason.
If you take your lumps with Jimmy, you can damn sure take your lumps with Trey. I mean, come on, man.
Yes, obviously.
You know what this organization is like, especially when it comes to Jimmy G? It's like a dude that ain't used to getting women. He finally gets one pretty chick, and he's scared to break up with her because he don't think he can get a better one. It's true. They act like ain't no other quarterback. There's plenty of other pretty women out there you can meet, but they don't have faith in themselves, and that's how they are when it comes to Jimmy. Why can't they just get him out of here? Get him out of here.
John. He gone.
I hope so, man. I'm sorry, Jew. Love you to death, but I'm believing when I see it. Boy, they finding ways to keep him around, man.
Hey,
Tell you, like that ugly dude who never had a pretty girl before, scared to break up with her. Scared, and she treat him like trash. This dude can go out here, lose all kinds of games, all kinds of ways, running out the back of the fucking end zone, all that, and we still want to keep him because we don't think we can get better.
Jimmy is who you settle for. It's like going to Westpac in the Navy. You get out there for the first time, these women are ugly. But after 6 months, they start looking good. And after a year, they start looking fine as hell. You don't want to break up with them.
I want to go backwards real quick, Don. You was talking about the whole that play that Purdy got hurt. We had analogies for and everything. I'm going to give you the analogy. It's like you've been using the pull-out method for so long, and they had no kids. But that one time,
Yeah.
Get that coin. I'm late.
It's
Dang.
dangerous. It's dangerous, brother. That's all I'm saying. All that time you got away with it in the past, you got lucky.
Yeah.
And you ain't talking about no kids or
Got lucky
fatherhood
the whole
until
time.
what? You ain't talking about fatherhood until what?
And that one night.
That's all it take. That's all it take is that one time.
Anything is possible. Yeah, anything is possible. You know what I'm saying?
Look, you sit there talking that shit. Talk to Josh Purdy right now. See if he agree with that shit. You know, he ain't agree with that shit. This boy career damn near his career could be over. You know, if this goes wrong, you know, like I said, he's got a lot of options to weigh. You know, like if I don't go to Tommy John and I come back and I just get, you know, whatever other surgery option that is, if he goes with that option, he doesn't.
But let's just say Brock is out for a year. What we're gonna do is we'll back up.
Mariota is a good one. He'll be available.
I'm surprised Atlanta let Mariota go.
He asked him to.
He asked him to.
Yeah, I would take Mariota. I would take Mariota.
Yeah, I would too.
Yep, I bring Mariota right away.
And you know what's crazy?
Because there's not a lot of good quarterbacks out here. I'm gonna be honest, it's not.
And Dave from PA makes a point there. I do believe Brian Greasy can develop. So I'm cool with whoever we get there.
I agree, Greasy. I agree with you, Greasy.
All right.
Now,
I'm with you,
I'm
Greasy.
gonna tell you something else. If the last couple of years, especially with us, haven't showed us nothing, we're gonna need a backup quarterback who is very humble. Let me tell you why. Because in this day and age, you need a backup who can be a starter. Gone are the days, or you just pick any old body to be your backup. Because you one losing season away from a terrible backup. So we need somebody who is humble, and you know, is a team guy who can be a starter, but just to be on a championship squad and have that team first mentality to take a backup role. It's hard to find, but you definitely need somebody who's your number two who can be a number one.
Well, I think that I think with today's with the way the NFL is today, these guys, I mean, veteran or not, like even a guy like Red Rifle, they know the deal, man. Look, you got to come in and you got to back up this young boy. They was hot at one point. Even these veteran guys, they were all hot at one point and probably had veterans come in behind them and had to play behind them. So they understand you know, what the NFL is today.
Man, but the only thing I hate for Trey is we thought the pressure was on him this year to replace Jimmy and to win. But with Purdy doing what he did this season, Trey gonna have to goddamn he gonna really have to ball out. Trey gonna have to start the season off next year 12-0. Because the minute Trey fuck up, the fans gonna be like, "Oh, we need Purdy. He gonna be Purdy. Trey got a ball the fuck out."
And that's almost impossible because look at the streak that Purdy put up.
I don't know what fan or what team you're a fan of, but
no, that ain't happening. They ain't trading Trey for no
hell
pick,
no.
Nah.
You're not getting what you gave. You know what I'm saying? So nah.
Nope.
Nah. What Terry Dome say?
Please don't bring Carr. Don't bring
now this I agree with. This I right.
Yeah, Carr. Yeah, he's a jerk. He's immature. He's the equivalent of what's that fool Mayfield. We don't need no immature dudes coming in and you know.
You say I'm an Eagles fan. Spoken like a true Eagles fan. But nah.
So DJ, why do you care, brother? Why do you care?
Nah, bro. I mean, Eagles fan or not, I'm not trading Trey.
We ain't doing that.
Because look, we trade. We really at ground zero. You know what I'm saying? We like, now what we gonna do? Hey, DJ, we might call you to play quarterback if we trade Trey. I mean, what we gonna do then?
Yeah, we got to keep Trey. We got to hold on to Trey. Trey got the ball out.
Oh, okay, you know what? I might have to mute you, DJ. Keep Jimmy.
Yeah,
you know. Hey, man, security. Nah, bro. Y'all take Jimmy. Damn it, the backup hurts. How about that?
Hey, man, we need a faithful with some of these questions, man.
What it said, keep Jimmy.
Yeah.
Hey, man, let me tell you something, man.
He's an Eagle fan, by the way, Dollar. He's not even a 49er fan. So I mean,
let me tell you something.
We take he's trolling, man.
Okay, but I
congratulations to you, DJ. But you're in the wrong chat, brother.
I want to say this anyway.
Oh, that's what he means.
Jimmy got Brock Purdy threw 4 touchdowns in 1 playoff game. Jimmy Garoppolo threw 4 touchdowns.
What, 3 years?
In 7 playoff games. Think about it.
Hey, and for the record, DJ, Dak Prescott is the Jimmy G of the Cowboys.
He really is.
He sure is.
Yep.
He is. He is, bro.
Only difference is his defense wasn't talented enough to bail him out like Jimmy G's was over the years.
Right.
But I'm like this. Everybody's saying trade. If we trade, then what we gonna do?
Not a damn thing.
Who gonna be the fucking quarterback?
Not a damn person.
I mean,
they crazy. Do you know how expensive it's going to be to trade Trey? Like, come on, bro. Y'all got to use your noggin, man. Come on, man. That's too expensive.
He said, y'all tripping on Dak.
We ain't tripping. It's true. He is.
No, but John, hold on, John.
Pull up. Hey, now pull up. DJ comment up under that.
Hold on 1 second. Hear me out, John.
He's the black
Jimmy and Dak. They do the same shit. They play good for a while. Then they piss you off when they do. It's the same type trade-off. It's you never know what you're gonna get.
Hey, Kev, DJ got a better comparison, man.
Wait a minute. Wait. I gotta see this. He called him Black Kirk Cousins. How many playoff games has Kirk Cousins won over the years?
I would say he's more
the playoff games.
He's more the black Jimmy G.
But what he's saying is Kirk Cousins will go out there and throw for 400 yards. And still goddamn throw that interception and lose the fucking game.
Yep, you can always count on that. Always.
Jimmy ain't gonna come out there.
Hold on. He may be right. Because he may be right because Dak throws the ball downfield.
Damn sure do. Jimmy G don't do that.
Jimmy G don't do that. So he is a black Kirk Cousins. He is. Yeah.
Well, look, John, what I was saying was
Kirk can throw it all over the field too.
Look, the same way Jimmy can win or lose a game for you, so can Dak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not gonna say Dak is garbage because he's not. You know what I'm saying? Dak got talent. You know what I'm saying? He got that Jimmy G gene, bro.
Hell, everybody in the NFL got talent.
I'll be damned.
Shit.
Kirk Cousins has a 1-4 record in playoff games.
No, I agree. I think Dak is trash, and I see why after this. I see why Jerry Jones ain't want to pay him. Sorry.
Okay.
To me, he's just scared. He's got talent. I mean,
well, like I said, talent. Everybody in the NFL got talent.
Tackle him.
Dak can throw downfield. Jimmy can't. So I mean, that's the one.
Dak can run when he wants to. Jimmy can't.
Right there, you go. That's 2 of them. So
right.
Okay.
What y'all are forgetting is this. What y'all are forgetting is this. He's not a good quarterback because he makes the same stupid decisions that Jimmy makes.
That's true. Well,
makes the same.
Jimmy runs out of bounds.
Listen,
Dak runs in the middle of the field.
Not just that. He sees defenders right in front of his receivers and will throw it. Jimmy will do the same shit.
That's why I compared Jimmy to Dak because I'm like, why would you throw that?
Not a good quarterback. That's not a good quarterback.
I will give Jimmy this only because he doesn't have the talent. Jimmy would have ran down the middle of the field with no timeouts left. I'm sorry, that's just
Jimmy would have ran.
Right, because he doesn't have the talent.
Oh man.
Yeah, Jimmy did it. But look, guys, let's move on forward here. I want to get into the game stats, game leaders.
Do we really have to do this shit?
Yeah,
we got to, man. Unfortunately, that's what I'm trying to get. I was going to skip it. I say no, for the integrity of the show, we got to keep the consistency, brother. But you're right. I don't want to do it more than y'all do. These stats. All right. Total yards, 269, 164.
Just look at the time of possession.
Look at the penalties, too. We had 7 penalties that went for a first down.
Right. But like I said,
did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? 7 penalties that went for a first down. 7 of them. Count them. 7.
Crazy.
25 more plays for the Eagles. They were perfect on 4th down. I mean, damn.
I mean, look at the time of possession, man.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Boy.
Overall penalties.
Yeah.
We don't win games like that when we lose the time, when we don't control the time of possession, we never win. But like I said, there's so much context to go with this loss, man.
When you got Josh 3-down Johnson, I mean, shit. I mean,
and it's still not bad of a defensive effort. I mean, 269 yards, you should be winning games. But of course,
and look, hold on, wait.
Game.
This stat right here. We lost 3 fumbles. They lost none. Y'all do know when we won the turnover battle, we was undefeated, right?
Right. And when we,
I like Terradome's comment here. First down, advancing penalties kill you. We couldn't get up the field to save our lives, man. To the point where we were getting frustrated and doing nonsense. You know,
that Greenlaw penalty stands out to me.
Panama say them stats.
Hey. I forgot who it was who said that penalty Greenlaw got when he was punching the ball. He hit the ball 3 times. He threw 3 punches. He hit that ball 3 times.
Boy, he was punching that ball.
Still didn't get it out.
He made it to be a boxing next because his accuracy with the punches was top notch.
Right on. All right, guys.
I want to see him and Frank Gore go at it.
Got the game leaders. Oh, that won't be much of a fight. Frank Gore got his ass whipped by what's that? Deron Williams.
Oh, that's right.
Man, Hurts had 121. That's bruh. Oh.
121 and won by the amount of points. That goes to show you the penalties.
He was healthy.
Like Tara said, those first down causing penalties were the killer. That's how they was moving the ball. If you notice the first half, they wasn't moving the ball like that so much.
No.
In the fourth quarter is when it opened up. They weren't moving it like that. It was the penalties that kept advancing the ball and giving them new sets of downs.
Man.
Christian McCaffrey with another solid effort, almost 6 yards a carry.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we got that dude, bro.
For real.
Yeah, big time. And look at Debo now. Now Debo was trying to 3 receptions for 33 yards, man. Come on, man. We were that handicapped, man.
But Debo got those yards on screens. We couldn't throw over the middle of the field.
And you damn sure couldn't hand the ball off to him now to run through the tackles. That wasn't happening. Shit. One time they tried to hand it off to him out the back, at the pistol, and the minute he touched the ball, he had 2 guys right on his neck.
Yeah,
so the O-line, that right side was wide open. You know, like Panama said, he's nothing but an expensive traffic cone.
You know what?
You know,
I'm not one for doing them real big conspiracy theories either, but John, I feel you. That's why I feel that they were to let the Eagles win anyway. I mean, bruh.
I'm not really big on conspiracy theories when it comes to football, but I will say this. Let's say had we played it out and won by some miracle, what kind of lineup would we had in the Super Bowl? How boring of a Super Bowl would that have been? We still wouldn't have given our best
and
effort.
That's why I said I'm glad we lost, because think about it. With Purdy being hurt, I don't want to go to the Super Bowl with goddamn Josh Johnson. Come on now. Come on.
Not at all.
Come on.
Yep. Well, you got 2.
I might have actually clamored for number 10 at that point.
You got 2 black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl, and it is Black History Month.
That's a proud moment.
Okay, well, look.
I remember 25 years ago.
Had we won, it would have been the same thing. Josh Johnson and Pat Mahomes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the stature's not there.
I'm saying.
But damn, I can remember 25 years ago, Doug Williams came in San Diego as a backup for Jay Schrader and won Super Bowl MVP. To see that and there's always been controversy with black quarterbacks, and now to see it, both of them on equal level playing fields, playing for the championship, that's a huge moment for the sport.
Well, that's what I've been saying that was my whole point earlier. You know, like that they ain't ready shit. They only use that shit with us. We the only ones that seem to go for that shit. Because we've seen guys who are yellow jackets who do not have great start beginnings. You know.
And if I got to root for one, I'm rooting for Hurts because of all he's gone through. Got there with Alabama, got replaced, and then
I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't give a fuck. I'm only watching the Super Bowl because I got some boxes. I just want to win a couple of dollars. Outside of that, once my numbers go, I don't care.
I'm only watching for the halftime show.
Man, I'm going.
Yeah, I watch that.
I'm going.
I watch that.
I'm going for Mahomes. Them Eagles fans is talking too much stuff on Twitter. Nah, they talking too much cash money. I'm
Let me
going
tell
for
you,
Mahomes.
Dollar, when we got knocked out, when we lost, I didn't even watch the AFC Championship game. I didn't care at that point.
Me either.
Right.
Hey, me either, done. I just went to sleep.
If it ain't the 49ers, I don't give I really don't give a damn. I wouldn't watch Netflix with the kids, man. We was watching cartoons and shit.
But Hurts has been dissed at every level. He was dissed in high school, dissed at Alabama, had forced to go to Oklahoma where he got embarrassed when they got into a football playoff. Then his first year with the Eagles, he was a bust. They wanted his ass out. You know, I'm rooting for him. He's persevered.
Well,
look, that's commendable, but like I said earlier, that's
Y'all
just about every black
OG.
That's just about every black quarterback. You saw the segment we did with the panel with Warren Moon and all the guys. None of their stories, all their stories mirrored each other. So this is common with black quarterbacks in the NFL, where these guys had to hold back their athleticism so that they wouldn't be put in a certain spotlight.
I wouldn't say that's the case with Mahomes.
Are you kidding me?
He's
no. No,
he had to sit back one season with Alex Smith.
Okay, but he got drafted. What I'm saying is you didn't see him in the combine. I saw the shit Mahomes was doing in the combine. Snapping the ball, he's putting the ball behind his back. And you know how they look at it? Oh, that's not traditional quarterback techniques, what he's doing. He does a lot of Mahomes balls. He hoops. He uses a lot of basketball. When he snaps the ball, a lot of time he'll hold the ball behind his back, the football behind his back, and sidearm and all that shit. Look at the little tricks and stuff he does with the ball.
That's also baseball. His father was a pitcher.
Okay, but either way, he was ridiculed for that stuff in the combine. I was surprised he even got drafted. They said the Steelers were supposed to get him.
He was
initially
ridiculed. But Dom,
right.
when he started, nobody was saying that shit. Nobody was saying he wasn't ready.
Well, once he got in the league and you saw what he could. Look, once he got in the league,
quarterback that would never amount to a passer.
They say that about all of us. Damn it, they're doing it to Trey now.
Yeah,
it doesn't change from one to the other. I'm telling you, this is what it's every black quarterback that goes in the NFL. They all get hit with that stigma. Oh, you just a runner. You don't pass. You don't think. That's what we've been talking about that from the beginning. That's every black quarterback.
I'm gonna tell you one thing.
It doesn't surprise me. I'm sorry he went through that, but it doesn't surprise me. I'm sorry, Kev. Go ahead.
No. In terms of the two teams playing in the Super Bowl, what happened to Kansas City when they played Tampa Bay and that defense, right? Because they had a pass rush.
Right.
That Philly pass rush is going to be on Mahomes' ass. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know who's going to win, but you saw what happened last time they had a pass rush outside of the football. So I don't know.
And let me say this, and he won't have Tyreek Hill there this year.
Right.
Because Tyreek, even though he was struggling that game, he was throwing some shit, and Tyreek was making it happen. He tried his best. But Tyreek was like his only real target.
And we've got to remember he's playing on one leg pretty much.
Well, this boy's tough as nails, man. Like he
had one run toward the end of the game, but he had to save that.
Well, look, man, the one I would say this about the Eagles. The Eagles, I know we said this going to the game. They got 4 dudes up front with 10 plus sacks. I don't think Mahomes ever seen that. You know what I'm saying? So,
they got 5. They got 5, Kill.
At 5, well, they had 5. You know what I'm saying? But wait, hold on. Hassan Reddick, Josh Sweat, Graham. Is it Hargraves?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Okay. Well, look. Listen here, Mahomes. You better buy a new ankle before the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that boy is tough, man. Like he different, man. He's different. Like you got to literally kill that motherfucker to get him off the field.
We've seen though the Eagles offense can be slowed down. We slowed them down. You know what I'm saying? We definitely slowed them down.
Oh, you mean in 19?
Huh?
You mean in 19?
No, I mean last Sunday they didn't have a real good game.
You talking about Philly? Okay, yeah. We definitely. Yeah, we came the ball out. We just didn't have the offense to balance it out.
That's what I'm saying. So their offense can be slowed down. Hurts had 120 yards passing, bro. 121. He didn't have an MVP type game.
No, their offense, like I said, I wasn't really impressed with them like that. I was just saddened that we couldn't get out there and give our best put our best foot forward, man. Like we didn't
Yeah,
have.
I knew it was 4. I knew it was 4. Yeah,
Yeah.
Reddick, Sweat, Graham, and Hargrave. Yeah.
Come on, man. And you talking about a decimated right side of our
No,
line.
last week before they played us, they kept saying 5.
No, it was 4. It was 4. It was I mean, but still, that's a feat that not many teams. Come on, bro. You got 4 guys with 10 plus sacks. I mean, that's they really should have just blew us out the water.
Yeah, but that goes to show, just how bad our O-line was. And I'm talking about we're not talking about the entire O-line. We're talking about the right side of that O-line. And I ain't mad at homeboy Sirianni. I'd have attacked it too. I would attack the right side as well. And that's what he kept doing. He just went with it. He went with it. Yeah. So we can't be too mad at that. We can't be too mad at that. The brother did what he had to do, man. Like I said, he saw that right side was easy pickings. McGlinchey over there, that's a expensive traffic cone, as Panama says, and that's all he was, man.
Oh, yes.
Had 39 on the ground, not being able to play QB, killed our game. Exactly.
Yes.
Think about it. Every series, 3 and out, we back on the field. When the offense got on 3 and out, we right back on the field. The boys is tired, man. So anybody who claims to know football that would talk shit on that, I just don't even pay him no mind. Come on, you knew the deal. It's all good. We see you next year. I knew it was over. I was holding on hope, but once I saw Josh Johnson in there and he was so damn nervous, I said it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Wait, hold on. Abuse about sweating. What?
Oh, please. No, he didn't.
What game you talking about?
No, he didn't. Because all that shit was coming from the right side, my man.
Okay, yeah. Okay, from the right side, DJ, bro. Hold on now.
Yeah. Well, listen, man. They excited, Kev. Yeah, right. They excited, man. They seeing shit. They excited, man. It's all good, man. Like I said, it's all good. I just wish we could have played them on even ground, man.
Yeah.
Good old-fashioned bully ball, hardball like back in the day.
If you were a fan of football, that game was tough to watch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nobody wants to see that. And who would have wanted to see that in the Super Bowl? Who wants to see that? Like I was really saddened by the way we went out.
Hey, what Keith Sweat say? Nobody.
Yeah, man.
Nobody.
I was really saddened by the way we went out, bro. That shit hurt, man. But listen, guys, let's move on along, man. Time to get into the fun facts on the quarterback. Let's get it. All right. We got the fun facts on the quarterback. We got Josh Johnson versus Jalen Hurts. Man, catch attempts, 7 for 13. 15 for 25. And like I said, if you look at Jalen's numbers, they're not really all that.
Close. It's close.
74 total yards for 121. He threw for 121 yards, and they won by that score.
That man didn't throw not one touchdown.
Now one touchdown. Yep, 5.7 average, 4.8. Now he out-averaged him in yards. The touchdowns. Neither one of them had a touchdown. Neither one had an interception. Josh Johnson was sacked twice for 14 yards. Jalen Hurts he wasn't really sacked. Okay. Josh had finished the game with a QBR rating of 70.7. Jalen Hurts ends the game with a QBR rating of 72.3. And with that concludes our fun facts on the quarterback. Let's get it.
Hey, look. Hey, fun fact real quick. Another fun fact. It wasn't for a lot of yards, but Brock was 4 for 4 before he got hurt.
Listen, that boy ended the game 70.7, 72.3, something like that. Come on, look at the QBR rating at the end of the game.
Close.
Close as hell.
Johnson got abused.
It was close as hell. Josh Johnson was.
Wait, the DBs were holding a lot, man. Come on, man. Now you finna try to blame the refs.
Man, get this off the screen, man. Get this off the screen. This dude.
Y'all won, DJ.
He's a fucking sore winner. Get out of here. Get off the screen,
man. Fuck with me, DJ. Fuck with me, DJ. It's your boy Al. Fuck with me, DJ.
Yeah, get out of here.
Come on, man.
Go to Eagle chat, man. We trying to talk real football over here. Y'all just they gassed over a win, man.
About that insulin.
They gassed over a win, man. That's all. They're excited.
The casuals.
Oh man, right? Okay, no, hold on. Bring that back up. Oh shit, not that one.
I think Cat. What do you say?
If Hurts got hurt, right? I mean, come on, man. I mean, but see, the difference is, had the shoe been on the other foot, we're not talking shit like that because we knew what happened.
Exactly. We understand the game.
Real Niner fans ain't talking shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You fucking the wrong fans.
Right.
And I can't help but think if we had cleaned up our penalties on the defensive side, how much closer it would have been.
It still would have been hard because we had no offensive production.
Bro. Dave, listen. I know you believe in Josh Johnson, but he went out the penalties.
No, not just that. Our defensive effort was there. We let them off the hook so many times defensively. I think it would have been close. I don't think Josh Johnson would have been the answer, obviously.
You know Josh Johnson had 2 back-to-back delayed games and a fumble.
Yes. Well, he had 3 total. He had 3 total for the game.
I mean, but you saying we still would have had a chance? Oh, come on, Dave.
I think our defense could have won the game is what I'm saying. The way we had stopped them cold, we could have gotten a turnover and made it close. Offensively, we weren't going to do shit, not with 17 at quarterback.
With that being said, the defense was going to be tired regardless.
Yeah, well, the defense didn't get any turnovers. So how do we have it? They didn't get any turnovers. So how? Like I can see if we got a few turnovers, and then you could say
there was one turnover. It was called back because we had a penalty.
Then we didn't have a turnover.
That's why I'm saying we bailed them out.
That's been the whole game. That's been the whole game, man. 11 penalties. That's been the whole game.
So Dave, are you saying that take all the penalties away we had on Jew? Hold on, Jew. Let me get him, Jew. Let me get him.
Well, look at that. Look at that drive where they made it 14-7. We had 3 penalties each on 3rd down. We could have gotten off the field.
Just answer my question. So are you saying without penalties, Josh Johnson would have kept it close?
I'm saying without penalties, our defense would have kept it close. Josh Johnson couldn't win anything.
So that refutes the whole argument.
Not really.
Look, you're entitled to your opinion, brother. I just don't think it would have happened. I don't think so. Not with all them 3 and outs.
Kev, when we scored, did we not start on their short side of the field?
Okay, let me tell y'all why I believe both of y'all wrong, Dave and John. Because number one, Josh Johnson just in a groove. Come on,
I ain't gonna say all that.
Come on, man.
I ain't gonna say all that.
Oh my God,
Kev, on that scoring drive where we did score, Johnson did have a couple of completions.
He had one to
Debo before the half. Side of the field. I'm saying the defense could have made that happen and given us those same opportunities.
Hey, listen, bro.
Josh Johnson would have been in the groove if he had on James Brown's shoes.
Listen, did y'all not see his eyes when he got that first sack? And the motherfucker got him fixing his helmet, getting everybody. He was done. I saw it in his eyes, man. We were done. We were done. We barely scored the 7 we scored. We barely scored that. Christian, by some miracle, was able to stay on his feet, take the hit, and keep going. But come on, it was too hard to get that 7.
Josh Johnson went back there shaking like I got that crap game. Ain't no way in hell.
Man, look, I don't give a damn if we came out there with the 85 Bears defense, the 2000 Raiders defense, and you can't do shit but run the ball on offense. You ain't winning that fucking game, dude.
It's a no-brainer. No-brainer. It was a no-brainer.
Oh, man.
Because the same shit was going to happen. The offense was going to keep going 3 and out, and the defense was going to get gas. Yeah, and eventually, they're going to start giving up points like they did.
Them boys was tired, man. But listen, man, I want to do a round robin here, man. We're going to go around everybody. I got some questions that I put together, and let's get into it, man. Management. We got to move that out of there. I'm sorry, Jonathan. Was failing to challenge Smith's 4th down non-catch a crucial mistake? Let's go, Kev.
Yes.
Absolutely. Jew said yes. Absolutely. Jew.
Do I even need to answer that question?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Because you got some. What I'm saying is, I've heard other content creators. You got a lot of people who say that didn't matter. It was early in the game.
Well,
we came back.
Of course, it mattered.
I agree.
They scored on that drive, so yeah, it mattered. Yes,
Of course it
Right.
mattered.
That was fourth down.
It
It was fourth down in their
40.
territory. It was fourth
From
down in
there
their
on the
territory. If that
Yeah, it
doesn't
mattered.
work, we have the ball in their territory. You can't tell me
Yeah,
we
you mean
can't
it don't
move the
matter.
ball at least a couple yards to get a score.
Mhm.
If we would have challenged that man, Brock Purdy probably won't be thinking about having Tommy John.
Right.
No, I don't know if I could say that, man. 'Cause we just don't know. It was a lot of game left. It could have happened on another play because Kyle apparently kept working. He kept using it because it hadn't happened. Now that it happened, it's one to grow on. I guess in the future he'll prepare a little differently.
But
I
to
don't
answer your
think
question,
inside
yes.
the 40-yard line,
It was a
Kyle would have
mistake,
called
yes.
that play.
Yeah, man. Okay, well, I got another question.
Well, look, I told you, Hufanga was right there. I would have ran him right to Kyle. Give me that flag. I'm gonna throw it myself.
Well, apparently he probably ain't see it either. We think he's seen it.
No,
Apparently he ain't
Hufanga
see it
was
either.
right there. He saw it.
Well, Cap, he was there and he saw it. Don't you think he would have ran back and called something? He probably
I
didn't
don't
see
think
it
he was
either.
looking down.
He
I
probably
don't think
wasn't
he
looking.
was looking
Yeah,
down, he just ran by.
it could have got past him.
If you watch the whole play, Hufanga was doing his hands like this, like no catch. If you watch the whole play, he was doing his hands just like no catch. But
Well, apparently he ain't bitch loud enough.
He didn't believe it.
Well, that's like, look, Cal and them, they're at the stadium. You got people sitting at home. I had Giant fans sitting at home texting me, that's no catch.
Hey,
so, I mean.
Shannon Sharp made a good point. He said, listen, the people in Philly didn't play that angle initially in the stadium because they knew you better not press that goddamn button.
That motherfucker probably died.
Right.
You know?
They didn't play that angle across the big screens because for a reason.
Well, look, they the home team. Why would they? I wouldn't. You know what they say? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, brother.
You ain't trying. Mm-hmm.
Why would they show that? Kyle said himself, he's surprised they replayed it on the Jumbotron. Hell no, they ain't supposed to show that. We can't get mad at them for that. Philly doing what they supposed to do.
Right. Home cooking.
Look, as soon as he got up doing like, oh yeah, he didn't catch that, man. I'm like, he way too in a hurry to get to the line of scrimmage.
I would have been more
guys, let's get on.
Hufanga, though.
Let's get on to the next question. I got 5. Okay, did the officiating seem lopsided? Now, while some flags I thought were valid, there were quite a few I thought that was straight bullshit.
Yes.
The one I thought the roughing the pass, I thought that was bullshit. I thought that, yes, he hit the passer, but you clearly see he was pushed from behind into the passer, man. He didn't hurt the guy. He tried to avoid him. His arms like hit his legs, and of course he came down and flopped.
I'm not trying to be biased.
Oh, talking about the kicker.
The kicker, yeah.
Yeah, he got pushed into him,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be biased, but that was one of the worst officiated playoff games I've ever seen. It's not just the calls they made, it's the ones they missed. I mean,
right.
Again, I stopped counting after 7 false starts. It just became a running joke.
Look, Lane Johnson false started in the end zone. And then they call that shit.
Nope.
And he was out there early too, Jack. I'm talking about hella early. It was a clear false start. But
home cooking, brother. That's what we got. So how do we avoid this? Do better and get home field advantage. That's all. That's the only thing you can do. Because at this point, we crying over spilled milk now because ain't shit we can do about it. They go into the Super Bowl, our season's over. All right, guys. Next question.
Yep.
Did the second half defensive collapse cost us the game?
Hell yeah.
They was gonna get tired. They was gonna get tired. So it was a shit they could do to win that game.
Well, with that, I'm going to say yes with an asterisk. Because we had no quarterback. Any defense you put on the field where you're not getting any offensive production is going to tire out if they're constantly on the field. So I'll say yes, but I mean, it wasn't just that cut and dry. Wasn't that cut and dry? Anybody else got anything to say on that?
Nope.
was it Kyle's scheme that caused Brock's injury?
I'm gonna say no. Because
we kind of went over this earlier, but my thing. My thing is yes.
I'm gonna say it wasn't a scheme. It was just we know that right side been suspect all season.
It was the motherfucker he had out there trying to block.
Last season, all the season before that.
Well, we know the right side of everybody know our right side of our line is ass. Okay, you know Philly's gonna come on, Kyle. You got to know Philly's gonna attack that, man. Then you put Croft out there. I mean, you didn't. I mean, not that McGlinchey would have done any better, but you put Croft out there, and you know this kid doesn't really understand the nuances, the little, knicks and knacks of the job. He should have stepped up and he should have thrown that little faster. I told you that. You remember when it happened? I called your phone. I said he's got to release that ball a lot quicker. That's one thing you give Jimmy. He gets rid of that ball fast.
McGlinchey, Grimace has had one good year, one decent year, and the minute that John Staley left, his soul got snatched. He has not been the same since.
Pick that out, Kev, so people could read the question.
Which one?
No, I'm saying the comments. Hold easy on because it's covering the question. Anybody else got anything to say on that? Well, I say yes. Kev says no.
I just think it was just the people he actually had on the field that he was using to execute that shit.
I'm gonna say no for that reason.
See, Drew, the reason I say no because go back with what Don said. When it works, it works. When it doesn't, it doesn't. It's worked before continuously. It's just that against Hassan Reddick with 17 and a half sacks, it didn't work. I mean,
but at the same time, though, we did say I blame Purdy because he held the ball for like 10 seconds.
He could have got it a bit faster.
He was waiting on Ayuk to get open. I mean, he was open, but he was still waiting on Ayuk to clear. You know what I'm saying? So it's a long development route. I will say that. It was a long development route.
Well, I'll say this
like, okay, come on.
Sometimes you just got to release it and have them hurry up and get to the ball.
And had he stepped up, he would have been cool too.
And you know what?
Don, hey, bring that picture back up right quick, Don. You still got it up?
Which one?
The word you had Hassan Reddick and the other guy bearing down on Brock Purdy.
Hold on.
Had he stepped up, I mean, just had he cha-cha slide a little bit, slide to the front, he would have been a little bit better. Look at that. Had he stepped up, he had time to step up, but he was waiting on Ayuk. I mean, he's a rookie, so I know he ain't seen a lot of shit.
That's also my point. He's a rookie. Exactly. He's a rookie. He doesn't know any better.
Remember that now.
Look, had he stepped up, he got a clear lane right there because Banks and Williams got that guy good. He stepped up a couple steps.
Trent got that side. They got that sewed up. It's the right side, and Philly kept going to that right side. We have to fix that. We have to address that this draft. We have to address that.
And if not, if he don't complete the pass, at least he don't get hit if he steps up. You see what I'm saying? So
right.
So no, it wasn't a scheme. It was just execution on that particular play.
Or
I say the scheme. I say the scheme because of the risk that he took. That's why I say the scheme because of the risk. Like you said, when you use the pull-out method, it may work 10 times in a row. All it takes is that one time. Now you talking about being a daddy. It ain't working. It ain't worked this time. It worked 10 times before. I just think it's a danger. I mean, look at these. Look at McGlinchey. God, he's got to go. He's got to go.
Yeah, man.
Horrible, man. Every time a quarterback is laid out, he's standing around. You ever notice the dude on top of over the quarterback and he's standing on the side looking?
And clearly, look, Croft could have said, "Bruh," he didn't say nothing. He just
his ass.
He didn't say nothing to him. Look out for nothing.
Got them high ass socks on.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to Smithers. Let's take a few comments. I got one more question, but let's get some of these comments before I get to that. He wanted Ayuk, and we was coming off him. Yeah, he wanted Ayuk, but listen, he didn't have the time he thought he had. It's ain't college. You get away with that shit in college. NFL's a whole nother animal, brother. It's a whole nother animal. What's open now is, like they say, yesterday's price ain't today's price. What was open 1 second ain't gonna be open the next. You know, you thought you had Ayuk before you know it, my man blowing you up. And of course, Grimace is spectating. But that's another reason, guys. Y'all may disagree, but being, like I say, know your personnel. Come on, Kyle. Grimace is shaky. He's funny style, and you got Reddick sitting over there. Why would you throw that? I'm sorry, just me as a coach. I just know better. I know better. I wouldn't even call that.
He's shaky. He's iffy, and you signed him anyway. I mean, damn, $10 million.
And you chose him to block for your rookie with that monster over there with Riddick. You knew how that was going to turn out, just like it did. Unfortunately, this boy got to go into surgery, but you know how that was going to turn out,
right?
Yeah. But see, look.
But I said that too, Jonathan. Hold on. Didn't I say last week? Didn't I tell y'all he got to stop dancing in the pocket and get the fuck out of there? Didn't I tell y'all that? You got to get out of there. You can't dance, man. Them dudes are not playing with you. You ain't got 5 or 10 seconds in an NFL pocket. Are you crazy?
Look, guess what though? This where I'm going to defend Brock. I'm a defender, but say his peripheral vision ain't that good because ain't no way he saw him coming. He couldn't have.
No.
He couldn't have.
I thought his pocket presence was better. I thought his pocket presence was better. Even though you don't see him, you have to see what's in front of you. You have to at least see that the line is standing out in front of you. So that means these guys is coming.
Like he did not see Reddick coming at all.
Let me see who's the quarterback I could think of with great pocket presence.
I will say this:
who could feel that shit and get out of there.
The last two defenses Purdy has played were among the best. Everything else was pretty much set up in front of him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, well, Dallas got to him a couple of times. He got to know. He's got to know. Jonathan said that's not the blind side, though. No, it's not the blind side. But what I'm saying is, you have to use your common sense. Now, if you see the front of you, then that's my point. If you see the front of the line is starting to thin out because guys are coming, come on, you're a football player. You know they're coming. You got to feel that. You can hear the footsteps. You got to know. Fuck it. Do Ken O'Brien. Remember
that might not have been the blind side, but it damn sure was impaired on that right side.
Listen, man, y'all remember Ken O'Brien from the Jets?
Yeah.
The dude hit footsteps and just fall to the floor. Remember that place? It just fell to the floor?
I remember.
Yeah. Call me what you want, but you ain't gonna sack me. Yeah. You're so paranoid when you hear the presence. That's what I'm saying. You gotta hear the footsteps. For a lot of guys, that may be for their time, Dave. That's our time. But Ken O'Brien, I used to watch the Jets. I'm gonna laid right down.
That was wasn't he drafted with those good quarterbacks, Marino and
he was playing with them. Mm-hmm. He was after like Richard Todd and them dudes.
Right. I remember Richard Todd. Damn.
Yeah. Remember, Wesley Walker, dude was blind in one eye.
85. Yep.
You never saw him.
Mm-hmm. No, I never saw him. Purdy does have spidey sense with someone coming up from behind him. Left side, he does Purdy parry out. But let me tell you, I'll say this, Terradome. I'll say this. You gotta have, he didn't have that spidey sense on that. Apparently he got a little too comfortable. He got a little too comfortable that play, and unfortunately it cost him. I just think Kyle shouldn't have even taken a chance considering who was over there blocking, supposedly protecting him. Him. But hopefully everything works out for the kid,
Yeah.
All right, guys. The last question. Hold on, let me make sure I got to add up. Okay. Is Kyle at fault for not having Josh Johnson prepared?
I feel like it don't matter what they would have did with Josh Johnson. He's still going to be shook up.
Yeah, I'm like,
come on, he could have did better than that. You can see he was shook.
But look, Kyle can't account for Josh being scared or not.
No. Well, I can't blame him for the kid not having no heart or being scared. But what I'm saying is, you prepare him for that. You got to prepare him. Like I don't really feel Kyle prepared Trey for his first start against Arizona. That's why he ran so many quarterback powers. I don't believe he prepared him for that.
See, that was different too, though. See, Trey was going into a start. Josh Johnson.
No, it's not different. We're talking about preparing your quarterback for battle. I don't think he did a good job with Trey that game, just like this guy. And these are big games.
Purdy didn't have an initial start either, but he was more prepared.
He's a better player than Josh Johnson. I mean,
he sure was. You know what, Gabe? Let me give David a round of applause for that, man. We finally agree on there. You're right. He damn sure didn't prepare. He damn sure was more prepared than they threw Brock into the fire.
He's a more prepared quarterback. I mean, come on. I mean,
him playing 4 years of college, of course, that's going to help with his experience. But like I said, the NFL is a whole nother ball game, baby. It's a whole nother ball game.
I feel for Josh Johnson because I watched him at USD here in San Diego under Jim Harbaugh.
Mm-hmm.
But man, he looked like he was carrying a manual trying to play quarterback Sunday.
Man, hey, what the hell is USD? The post office?
USD is the University of San
Diego.
Not to be confused with San Diego State.
That motherfucker played for the post office.
Come on, you get a brother some props, man. The brother was in the league. The brother was in the league for 12 years. He was in the league for 12 years, dude. You gotta give him that. He lasted 12 years in the NFL. He played
15 done.
That boy,
15 years?
Say,
yeah.
Johnson played at DeVry University.
Hey, look, they might have well.
Josh Johnson looked like that old bar.
Hey,
he
man,
looked like that old bar you want to stay away from.
Y'all cut that brother some slack, man. Cut that brother some slack. Y'all dudes ain't right. Cut that brother some slack, man. That brother had a rough Sunday, man. He had a rough Sunday, man.
Hey, I wasn't talking about Josh Johnson. I was talking about San Diego State. My bad.
Here you go.
And that's the wrong college.
No, it's University of San Diego. University. But listen, man.
Not to be confused with San Diego State.
Yep.
No, well, whatever.
Well, let me tell you this, man. You figure lasting 15 years in the NFL is nothing to scoff at. That's a feat in itself. I give it to him. But he didn't help us that game, and I feel he wasn't prepared.
No, you're right. I mean.
Thank you, Dina. Stevie Wonder could see that.
Not ITT Tech.
Shit. USD.
Sent the boy out there completely unprepared, man. So look, man, it's getting late, man.
Can't defend the indefensible there.
Right. That's going to conclude. We're going to start to wrap up and conclude our final regular season discussion. And we want to thank the Real Talkers, each and every one of you guys, for rocking out with the Real Talk 9 to 12 crew this season. Let's give a round of applause, guys.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Without you guys, there would be no us, man. And I just want to say, we're not going to stop, with the content. We're going to take a break after, this postseason. I think we all were a little depressed after this. Well, at least for me, I know I was depressed. I wasn't feeling.
I'm still depressed
at the way we went out. It was really sad, man. Like it
was sad how we went out, but you got to laugh.
Yeah, man. You got to laugh at that. Nah, man, I can't laugh at that. I want some get back.
Last year, I was more depressed losing that Rams game than I was losing to the Eagles.
Yeah, well, that Ram game, that was hurtful. That was hurtful. Like I say, man,
because of what happened, I was like, I ain't tripping, man. Right. Like, we couldn't even fight.
Yeah, we know, right? Right. Like I say, can you beat Mike Tyson with one arm behind your back? Can you beat Mike Tyson with one arm? No, that's what that was like. Them boys was ready. They was hyped up, geeked up. Riddick was on one. He damn near single-handedly blew that game up.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
And we could have had Riddick. You know that. We didn't bite on him. We could have had Riddick.
Yeah, I would
have now. It's wartime. Yeah, I would have loved to have had Riddick, but it's okay. It's wartime now. We coming back for his ass. We're gonna get us a right tackle on that side. We're gonna get that side of the O line together.
And we faced them in their house next season.
Yeah. And you got to think, man, brother Trey, man, he never had a CMC.
Nope. Oh, gosh. That's going to make that running game even more potent.
Yes, it is. Got to find out what we're going to do with Kev's cousin, Mr. Mitchell. Boy can't stay healthy, man. Why didn't they give my man a little run? Why Mason didn't get a little run?
He should have.
You got TDP, you got these boys. You got to use these boys, man.
Why the hell would you bring Mr. Can We Talk on the roster?
Oh, Tevin Campbell. Oh, please. Oh, you got me, Tevin Campbell. Tevin Coleman. Yeah, man. I said the shit too.
Giving him the title.
Yeah, fucking Tevin Coleman. He goes somewhere and sing. You know, but yeah, man. Like I say, this draft. What y'all think? We pair up some of these picks, man, and try to get up.
Only if it's a player. The only reason I would do that is to get a surefire right tackle.
Absolutely.
A surefire player, right? At right tackle.
Absolutely. At right tackle. That's what we need. Well, that defensive tackle, y'all guys. That defensive tackle, that boy at Washington, y'all say he's a dog.
Yeah.
Deron Payne?
Deron Payne, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a right tackle.
No, we're talking.
Defensive. I'm sorry.
Tackle. I'm talking about offensive tackle.
Right. I'm talking about offensive right tackle. He's a defensive tackle. So I mean, we get Kinlaw's ass out there.
Right.
Good move.
I wouldn't have let him or McGlinchey back on the damn plane.
I can't say I'm mad at you at that. I don't want to see McGlinchey's face ever again.
Motherfucker, you fly Spirit.
I don't want to see that motherfucker's face ever again. I don't want to see McGlinchey's face ever again. I mean that. I really don't want to see that guy anymore. Didn't have the audacity to be sensitive when fans, criticize his ass. He's horrible.
Shit.
He's horrible, man.
I would like to see him put on the Grimace uniform, take it off, and throw his ass to the Vikings because that's where he belongs.
Yeah, they're fucking purple. Well, like I say, real talkers and viewers, supporters, this isn't the end of us. This is just the end of the season. We will be back around combine and draft time.
Yeah, now the fun begins.
Yeah.
Because all 5 of us are going to be watching tape after tape after coming with our favorite players for the draft.
Right. And we do great draft shows here, just so you know. We ain't no joke with the draft. But like I said, with that being said, y'all know the deal, guys. Say what you have to say now or forever hold your pizzies.
Hey man.
Hey yo, look. Hey, we didn't congratulate D'Amico, man, on that head coaching job, man, on the show, man. Congratulations to you, brother.
Wow. Congratulations to D'Amico.
Also, congratulations
do you think, D'Amico?
Mr. Carthon finally getting a GM job with Tennessee.
So, baby, hey, look, before we leave, my question though, who y'all want, Fangio or Wilkes?
Either one.
And a third guy, Harris, also interviewing.
He's bottom of the barrel. He ain't coming here. Ain't no way.
I don't want either one of those guys, Jew. You know who else is out there? Brian Flores is out there.
Oh yeah, I know he's out there.
I would like to see him get a shot.
Yeah.
So Wilkes, is he any good?
As long as they win a 4-3. As long as they win a 4-3. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Wilkes is good. Okay, all right, guys. So y'all know we're gonna be on our grind. Just so you guys know, I mean, you may get we may pop up, and
anytime some news happen, man, y'all will see us.
Yeah, you'll get some breaking news from us or something like that. But we're officially gonna be back around, I would say, like early May-ish. Like early May-ish, and we'll be on every Wednesday.
That's after the draft.
No, I'm talking about we're gonna be on before. We're gonna. The draft is mid-April.
Yeah,
right, we
got free agency.
Yeah, I pushed you back too far. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got free agency. All of that.
We got free agency in March.
Yeah, but like I said, we'll jump on and do the the breaking news on that stuff. But we'll go back to full scale shows around the draft time. So look out for us around mid-April.
This is a silly question, but are we gonna do a Jimmy special if he's gone?
No need to.
No.
That's what he'll get. That's all he's gonna get. That's all he's gonna get. Like I said, just just watch out for our social media links. We're on Facebook, Instagram
TikTok.
and TikTok and Twitter. So we'll be posting when our shows will start back up. But we're definitely looking like April-ish, early to mid-April, around the time of the draft. And from then on, every Wednesday until the season starts. And we go back into our flow, guys. So like I said, I hate the way we went out. I hate the way we went out, man. But I'm just gonna pray to the football gods that we make the right decisions in the offseason as far as getting the people we need to get in.
We'll be back, man. Trust me. The 49 will be back in the playoffs. We'll be back.
Hey, well, shit. While we praying and we in a praying mood, let's pray away this demon we got, or this curse that we can't fucking get this 6th ring, man. Shit. They keep letting us get right there, dude, and then they just pull the rug from up under us every fucking time.
I mean, we all gonna agree to disagree on Kyle with the decision to call that naked bootleg, but it is what it is, man. And that's why we're the crew, man. We everybody don't always agree, and that's cool.
Man, we knocking, man. We probably got. I think we got one more hinge to knock off for that dough fall. So we just gotta knock that last hinge down.
Well, I think it down.
We kicking it down now.
Well, we got a 2 to 3 year. I think we got 2 to 3 years left in the Super Bowl window to get it done. But I want to.
We definitely young enough to get more opportunities there.
Yeah. Well, when will we be back in the first round?
2025, I think.
24 or 25.
All right, well, let's see how that goes, man.
Oh yeah, if y'all didn't know with the D'Amico hire, we get a 2025 third round pick.
2025.
Oh, so they moved it back down?
Yeah, we got a 2025 third round pick for D'Amico.
Okay.
All right. So we got 3 this year. What, 2 or 3 next year? And another one in 25? Good Lord.
Yeah. Yep. Tara said it right. Let's reload and come back out swinging. That's right. Where's the Terminator? I'll be back.
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
Right.
I'll be back. All right. Tara also says, I believe it's Jimmy G. He is as janky as the tiki piece on the Brady Bunch. Smiling on the sideline.
And look.
I tell you. Yeah, he's a sucker. That's what he is. Sissy smiling. He probably knew what was going on.
Remember, he set the curse when he overthrew Emmanuel Sanders. So now we gotta get rid of him. Man.
Get his ass out of here. But you know what? We definitely gonna do a breaking news when we get rid of him. That'd probably be more like a party.
Got to, yes.
You know, that'll probably be more like a party, man. So, you know, we're gonna say good night to the Real Talkers, but you haven't seen the last of us. Like I said, just remember to check our social media links and for the upcoming shows. But we'll definitely be back with breaking news and special reports and things of that nature. All right, guys.
We appreciate all the Real Talk, Now the Talk, man. Appreciate the faithful man for
rocking out with us, man.
Yeah, this wonderful season, man. It was a hell of a
this was a hell of a season.
Hell of a season, man.
Let's give a round of applause to our beloved San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
Clap it up.
Thanks to you guys spreading the world. We have grown 6 times the size of last year. We were barely at 1,000 last year. Now we're at 6.5, 6.6. We could not have done it without you guys.
Not at all.
Hey, Real Talkers, even though we ain't gonna be on, man, continue to spread the word, man, and tell a friend, man. Just keep putting us out there in front of people. Let them go watch some old shows. Keep on helping us out, man, doing what y'all doing. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Dina. All
appreciate
right.
y'all, man. Love y'all.
Yes, sir. So with that being said, hey. All right.
We
out. Right on. First and foremost, as we always do, we want to thank the Real Talkers and everybody, anybody, whoever supports Real Talk 9 to Talk. Let's give it up for these guys. And I got to give it up for my crew before we hibernate for a few. Silverado Kev, Judah Great, King Sersky, a.k.a. Dollar Bill Will, and last but damn sure not least, from San Diego, California, IA, Super Dave, the OG. The Real Talk 9 to Talk.
Goodbye. To see y'all later. We'll be back.
And special shout out to our producer and host extraordinaire, Niner Style, a.k.a. Dom.
The GOAT.
Yes, sir. And our partner in crime for rocking out with us this season, Big Lou, and Get 'em.
Get 'em
Boy and Real Talk. That's right. That's the partnership, y'all. And like I said, we want to thank you guys, and we appreciate you more than you know. And like we always say around this time, stay faithful, but more importantly, stay real. Because if you're not real, it makes no sense to get fake. Just to be faithful. Jew, get us out of here.
Hey, once again, fellas, awesome season, awesome show. Man, we did it once again, man. Hey, let's keep grinding, keep growing. Man, I love y'all dudes, man. I wouldn't have no other way. Real talkers, man. We appreciate y'all each and every week we come on. Y'all here 2 times a week when y'all can be doing other shit. Know what I'm saying? So we most definitely appreciate y'all. Man, and to these 49ers, man, look, without y'all, there won't be no us. None of us would be here. So, man, we appreciate the 49ers whole organization, man. Look, and like we always say at the end of this thing, man, even though we did lose, awesome season, and it's still 90 gang over everything, baby. And we out.
Yes, sir. Man.
And GOE.
Peace.
To the Trey Lance haters. Shut up and wait for the next game. That.
Here we go, baby. All gas, no brakes. 9 and a half boys, baby. And we reppin' like the 80s. Let's go. Santana. Touchdown, Debo in the slot. This is my end zone. Give me everything you got. Defense, hit him with that coast side, north